financial talk show.
No, I don't want to hear it.
P for Papa.
I've been using Experian Boost to help raise my credit scores, but Experian Boost is even better because now my monthly insurance payments could help boost my scores too. It does it instantly and it's free. So get it through the Experian app.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How is everybody doing today? I hope you guys are having a great day. Today, we have the truck race from Daytona, the first truck race of the season, the first NASCAR points race of the season of all three series. Well, technically not. I guess you can earn points in the dual races, but...
Turn them loose.
Chester. What's up, Lucas? How's it going?
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
With all these Hilton Honors points, I could stay for free. But the Waldorf Astoria in the Maldives? What about the canopy in Paris? Hilton Honors, babe.
When you want points that can take you anywhere, it matters where you stay.
Give me a bud.
Hilton for the stay.
The time has arrived. The Steelers begin their season at an iconic Florida.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm ready to go tonight. I'm ready for some racing. I don't know what my plan is for the ARCA race, if I'm going to stay on for the ARCA race. Is it even on TV? Like...
I'm fired up, man. Are you kidding me? This racing is intense. It's crazy. It's a race win every driver wants to have.
I don't even think it's on TV, so I don't even... Because the ARCA race got moved to tonight after the truck race.
I know that young man is probably excited for it. Caruth starting 20th. What do you think about his chances of getting to the front, get a win?
Yeah, as we talked about earlier, Rajah's had a new team at Spire Motorsports there. He's got HendrickCars.com on board. The paint scheme, maybe Kyle Larson's run a little bit, so I'm sure he's fired up to get this truck to the front, and he can do it. He's looking for that first top 5, though, as I mentioned earlier, so he wants to get to the front.
What about this driver?
It's on FS2, but then will be moved to FS1 after basketball.
Absolutely, anybody get it done.
I'm not sure if I want to watch that race.
He's excited for the season. He's revamped his team. Well, new crew chief and Jimmy Villeneuve, and
hey, that's a tough one. Why give me a pass on that? All right, Nick Sanchez. He is starting 6th. Had such an impressive rookie campaign last season. What do you think we might see out of him tonight?
Yeah, Brian Patty was his crew chief last year, or worked at the team that he was at last year on another truck. And, you know, talking to Brian, he just had so much to say about Nick Sanchez and his raw ability.
I might stay for the truck or for the ARCA race. I don't know.
At Daytona, but I think Nick Sanchez can get it done.
All right, time now for our race picks who we believe can get it done in the season opener. I'm going first this time, and I'm going with a driver that we heard from, Christian Eckes, who had such a solid season last year. I think he starts out the year with a win. What do you say to that?
Well, you picked him, so you better hope that's right.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously. What do you?
I'd say I'm picking somebody different. I'm going with my buddy Corey Hine. We've been working on this for the last couple months, and I'm hoping he can get it done, Todd.
Solid.
Well, you know that I believe experience is king on speedways.
But this race is going to start here in about 20 minutes.
Johnny Sauter's going to get his 4th Daytona trophy tonight.
He's not starting on the front row or anything.
Johnny Sauter pick. 3 solid picks. We'll have to see who actually gets the first pick correct of the year. It's always a big bragging race. We're getting closer to racing.
Chester.
So it's time now to go Daytona for pre-race ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise as you are able and remove your hats as the Keystone Heights High School Army Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome worship leader from Riverbend Academy, Howard Evans.
Let's pray. Father in heaven, we come to you tonight, and first want to thank you for allowing us to see another day by your grace. We pray for comfort and peace for those who are affected this week by violence, specifically in Kansas City. This is another reminder of how we need to turn our hearts to you and find our ultimate hope in you. Tonight, Father, we ask for safety for these drivers as they compete tonight. Give them an alertness and a calmness to them that would allow for a great night of racing. Allow us as fans to enjoy seeing the gifts you've given them on display. Lastly, we pray for our soldiers here and abroad, our first responders, and others who lay down their lives daily so that we can enjoy nights like this. We ask all of this in the precious name of our Lord and our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome the Melbourne High School Chorus.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, but the rockets red fell, the bombs fell, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
America.
It's Daytona.
Here's someone
It's
coughing into the
racing.
mic. That was
It's
pretty
the
funny.
season opener for the Truck Series. It doesn't get much better than this, does it, guys?
Get your zone. I don't got zone, but I got nicotine.
Get the big trophy at the end, of course. So we're closer and closer to racing. So now we're going to join the voices in the booth calling all the action. And we now say hello.
Are you streaming the ARCA race tonight? I might. I don't know.
Thank you so much.
I'll have to see how I feel.
Craftsman Truck Series has been coming to Daytona since 2000. Tonight marks the 25th time they've opened their camp.
How many laps is it? Is it 80 laps?
It's time for the tailgaters to go back to work.
Daytona is unlike anything else. Within these walls, history has been made.
80 laps.
Anything can happen at Daytona. And with a chance at victory on the line, nothing is out of the question.
I might. I don't know.
This place, it's something special. Now is the time to make your mark.
Yeah, SVG did get a gift.
When you
He's gonna be able to run the ARCA race now.
You dream of racing at Daytona for 36 drivers in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series tonight. For one of them, that dream could become a reality. So good to have you with us on this Friday night. Welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody, with Michael Waltrip, Phil Parsons. I'm Adam Alexander. Here we go with the 2024 season. Michael, how do you measure the magnitude of this night for all these drivers?
It's gonna be a fun fucking race, though.
We interviewed Lane Riggs yesterday, his first trip here, and he almost came to tears just talking about this opportunity. I grew up in
What's up,
Kentucky,
Andy? How's it
and
going?
first time I
Chester,
came
get
through that tunnel, I looked over to the left and saw those banks, and I marveled at them.
How's it going,
What
Andy?
would that be like to even get a chance to race on them? Never dreaming of winning here, just dreaming of coming here. And then the win became a reality, and this place is just that special. I'll always be known as a Daytona winner, and that's what these guys tonight are racing for. They will be known as a Daytona winner if they can just get to victory lane. But man, Bill, what a challenge it's going to be. This is going to be a wild.
The duels last night were better than expected. Usually those duel races are pretty boring. But last night, those races were pretty good.
What does experience mean tonight?
Well, as you mentioned, we've had 24 previous runnings of this race. Only twice has a driver won here in his first trip. Michael, you won one of those 22 truck weight races, but you had already won 2 Daytona 500s. A lot of guys that have
Mikey, you got it.
And one of the guys I want to look at is the guy that's won the most here in the truck series, and that's that 45 truck of Johnny Sauter. He's not a regular anymore, but he gets it done. He's one of the best we've ever had. Johnny starting second. And oh, by the way, how many times do you think he started second when he won here?
I'm going to say twice.
Twice, exactly. So he's looking to make that a three-peat of his 4 wins. And another guy, he's going to be right next to that 45 of Johnny Sauter, and that's Corey Joe. Michael talked about during
I don't know what the schedule is for tomorrow because of rain.
He led the most laps here in the race last year.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get the Xfinity race in tomorrow. It's looking like the Xfinity race would be Monday because I doubt they would have a doubleheader on the day of the Daytona 500.
From our pit reporters, Regan Smith and Amanda Busick, we start things off with...
They should move it to the morning, but that's, I guess, well, actually, no, never mind.
One of the drivers that's going to be leaning into experience tonight is that of your now 2-time champion, Ben Rhodes. Issues in qualifying will see him starting from the rear.
Yeah, this weekend don't look good for the weather.
The old him would have been upset that his teammate was in the #1 spot in
You
time
could get a
with
President's
Daytona,
Day
but the new him
500.
went back to the hauler, made a steak, made a potato,
Well,
and said he had
300.
so much confidence in his team that they will be a player at the end of this race. If there was an issue, he's happy it happened here in Daytona.
It looks like there's no rain on Monday, though.
Rhodes carries momentum into the season as the champion. The other guy carrying a lot of momentum is the one who won the season finale at Phoenix, Christian Eckes. And 4 wins last year. Things were very strong for him in his first year with McNally Hilgeman Racing. He's looking to better that this season. He knows this team. He knows his group of guys. They are very confident in what they're going to do. And even though they've added some teams, he is now the leader in this company. Look for big things out of him tonight and all season long. He starts 25th. A little bit of work to do here at the start of the race.
We will be entertained watching that 19 drive through the field. And he's trying to join this list of elite winners at Daytona in the Truck Series.
Carl Edwards made a statement early in his career that he was going to be hard to guard when it comes to NASCAR. Bobby Hamilton, another great racer that went to victory lane here in Daytona.
How about our buddy Tom O'Dine back-to-back here at Daytona for 2 wins?
And you want big stars? I say Michael Waltrip. 2 Daytona 500s. You also got that truck win, Michael.
Yeah, there's little Macy in victory lane with me. A special feeling. I don't care if it's a truck or a car. What you race in Daytona, nothing better. As Kyle Busch got it done too.
Kyle's win coming here 10 years ago. Who delivers on this Friday night? It's just about time to find out. Let's go trackside now and fire the engines at Daytona.
Daytona International Speedway. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Are you ready to get the Fresh from Florida 250 started?
Fuck yeah.
Here to give the command to fire engines is Fresh from Florida's executive chef and culinary ambassador, Justin Timoneri. Take it away, Justin.
Drivers, start your engines!
Engines are fired. So, Sam, do you watch people react to the races? So, like, I won't watch, like, these streams that I do. Like, I know other people do these types of streams. I don't watch those. But sometimes there'll be, like, videos of people reacting to, like, the highlights. And they're, like, all in a Discord call, and they're, like, reacting to the race. And they'll show, like, the highlights. Sometimes I watch those.
Craftsman's back on track with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, we're giving race fans rockin' deals on tools to power through projects. Because teams and fans alike trust Craftsman to get the job done right.
Low-profile ratchets get it done.
Rah.
If you got a garage, this better be in it. Get into tight spaces fast.
Scan now for the current Deal of the Race. From outdoor care to home and auto repair. Do it fast. Do it proud.
Chester's a good boy.
If you think the only thing that really matters
is how fast you can go, we want you.
Join us at Toyota Racing.
Oh, yeah. Hot honey pizza and wings from
Pizza Hut.
Chester.
Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. Hot honey pizza and wings is the first new flavor to make you say pizza what?
To 50 years with my best friend.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
You always got your mind on the green. Not you. You. Your business bank account with QuickBooks Money now earns 5% APY. That's how you business differently. Intuit QuickBooks.
Every hero's story has a humble beginning. Every legend had to earn their stripes. Every superstar had a dream. Every home track is the start of something special. That's just good old short track racing. Learn more about NASCAR regional tracks near you at NASCAR.com/regional.
A driver holding an umbrella?
That extra swagger.
I doubt that.
By leaps and bounds.
I mean, I doubt that there's any rain. I don't doubt what you're seeing. Maybe they're just holding it for fashion. Maybe it's a new fashion trend.
Science did that.
I just checked the radar. It said there was nothing until like 1 a.m.
At Honda, we've chased down a lot of dreams, each one leading to the next. All the way to our latest.
Mr. Dog.
All new, all electric Honda Prologue. Our latest.
Well, we have a crazy spin, yeah.
To be carbon neutral by
So the stages tonight are 20 laps for the first one, 20 laps for the second one, so that'll be lap 40. And then the final 60 laps is the final stage.
Great night for racing here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Season opener for the Craftsman Truck Series. And the trucks rolling on as they begin their quest for a win in race 1 of 2024. Keep your eye on Corey Heim. Won the regular season championship a year ago, but he comes from 26th tonight. Got to take care of things as he moves through the field.
Mr. Dog. Come here, bud.
Nick Sanchez started on the pole a season ago. A little more ground to cover here this evening, but the second-year driver out of Florida, no doubt going to be a player. He goes from the 6th position. And then there's Matt.
What? Things went silent? Yeah, I had to check something.
What a special place this is, Phil.
Yeah, let's take a look at our race analysis. You can see this race is 100 laps, 250 miles. Stage 1, 20 laps. Stage 2, 20 laps. Stage 3, 60 laps. And that means we will have a pit stop during that final stage. You see the pit window 30 to 35 laps. Caution flags will extend that a little bit. And the winner of the last 2 of these was Zane Smith.
And it's crazy to think, but strategy could very well be a part of the equation tonight here at Daytona.
Well, one guy's playbook that's wide open right now is Rich Lucius, the champion crew chief. He's starting in the back, so he can play strategy any which way he likes.
Now we get our Craftsman starting lineup. You saw the front row there. Ty Majeski, 6th career pole alongside Johnny Sauter.
There's Matt Mills. Phil talked about the opportunity he has and how excited he is. Nick Sanchez will row from the outside of row 3.
Back in row number 4, how about Daniel Dye, our extra cameraman usually.
So I know your basketball stream's able to have half lights or something on a stage caution. Half lights? What do you mean half lights?
Why don't we see if we can talk to our defending champion here in the Craftsman Truck Series?
Ask him what
Two-time.
Ask him what he's going to do going to the back.
I can't do half lights. I've thought about that, but I can't.
And Adam Alexander, you got a copy?
Hey guys, got your loud and clear.
Well, buddy, you didn't qualify all that great, and then you had to do some work to your truck and move into the back. But when you won here, you started in the 20s. Are you worried about anything? How are you going to get back to the front?
Not worried about it at all. I mean, if you're going to have a problem with qualifying, this is the place to do it. So I'm not too worried. We're going to get back up to our initial starting spot here, and I've got some turns around me. So we've got a plan to try to get to the front. It's just a matter of getting together and making.
Oh, the orange for the Suns and then the white flashing when they win. My fog machine, while my fog machine doesn't work anymore, the lights still work on it. And they have the flashing light option. So that's where that comes from.
Just got to do a good job, get up front. He's going to have to assess things as they go.
Well, Phoenix was awesome. Congratulations, two-time champs. Go get you a Daytona win tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
We said strategy is important. Evidently for some, it's a bit of a moving target tonight, huh? Let's take one more trip down the pit lane, start things off with Amanda.
One of the guys who's going to be looking to limit those moving targets is the guy in that 38 Front Row Motorsports truck driven by Lane Ricks from Bahama, North Carolina, who is making his debut tonight. You know, it's big shoes that he's going to have to fill, and the guy that drove that truck prior in Zane Smith. But I asked Lane as he was climbing into his truck one word to describe this moment. Smiled really big, looked around, looked into the stands, and said, "I have to," in awe. Regan?
Well, man, it was a wild offseason for Grant Enfinger in the number 9 truck. At the end of last season, of course, GMS Racing shuts down. Grant lands at CR7 Motorsports, owned by Cody Rowa, who is also in the field tonight. Grant told me he is super excited about this opportunity and about being a part of this team. He said it's different than anything he's ever done before because he had to help build this team. He has helped do all the things during the offseason, whether it's moving shop or being involved with it. And oh, by the way, they were able to bring in a championship crew chief in Jeff Stankiewicz. Keep an eye on this team this season. Grant Enfinger is going to turn some heads.
10 career wins for Grant Enfinger, coming at 10 different racetracks, one of them right here at Daytona. As we talk about past winners that happened in 2020, and now our other onboard camera for the night, Michael.
Yeah, and our other in-race reporter, David Dow, always finds the action and shows it to us with his onboard race to stop suicide camera. We'll get some great shots here as they roll down pit road, checking that pit road speed. That's what they're doing now. He's got his eye on the tachometer just to see where he's at.
You should try that for the stage cautions. Maybe. I mean, probably not tonight. I have to think about how I'd do it. Would I do it like
Tyler Ankrum in the 18? Let's listen to team radio.
I turn that one white? I don't know. That'd be weird.
Keep it in the front. You're the most important guy all night long, so count on you. Have a good race. Thank you, boys, for building me a fast truck. To win this damn thing, and Eddie, I'll be following your lead all night long.
Ankrum, right here a season ago, finished top 10, did get a stage victory. The 18, I anticipate, should be fast.
And Eddie DeHunt is who he was talking about, and that's a spotter.
That's an experienced spotter, one of the best up on top of the roof.
What role do the spotters play?
It's critical. It's crucial. There's going to be so much conversation, way more conversation here in Talladega and Atlanta than you'll hear anywhere else. You want to know what's forming behind you, how it looks in front of you. You're going to lean on those spotters for all kinds of information.
And they're all standing together in the spotter stand, and you need to know where all the competitor spotters are, because you may have to go have a conversation with them about working together.
And there they are. And this is how much trust, Adam, those drivers have to have in those spotters. Turn 3 is about
I think the caution just works better because it's a caution.
Advice and direction, needing to clear by inches, and they're that far away. But the experience and the knowledge they have on that roof is why they're able to make those calls.
Aerial coverage tonight provided by Goodyear, powering the race from green flag to the checkered flag, and every mile in between. Goodyear, more driven.
Goodyear blend over Daytona. If you can't get fired up about NASCAR when you see that sight, this beautiful crowd, the infield's packed, we're getting ready to go racing at Daytona.
Everything's right with the world when that happens.
Great crowd for tonight's season opener.
Actually, is a really pretty good crowd for a truck race.
Shining brightly on Daytona International Speedway. Our pace truck will pull down the pit lane. And the field will be in the hands of our pole sitter, Ty Majeski. He takes the
Alrighty, here we go, motherfuckers. Green flag is in the air. We are racing from the truck race of Daytona.
in the back and shot him right up beside our pole sitter, Tom Majeski.
That bright yellow truck there, about sixth in line on the inside, thought about jumping inside the 41 of Bailey Curry, thought better of it.
They cannot block bumpers. Remember that, guys. And NASCAR's told them they're going to keep their eyes on that. You can bump, but you can't block. And this is some tight racing already. Get ready to watch this all night long. My heart rate will go sky high because it looks like they can wreck at any moment the way they bounce around.
Mine's already there.
2 by 2 by 2, 10 rows, maybe 12 rows deep on the opening lap.
Begin to pay attention, too, if you're at home. Watch how these trucks bob around, especially off the turns. That's what causes them to get in trouble. They get loose, they overcorrect, but it's just a difficult balancing act of how to hang on to a truck.
Remember, these trucks will go about 10 miles an hour faster than what they went in qualifying.
3 wide in the back. Tom Majeski has assumed the lead, taking it away with Corey LaJoie behind him. There's Abram with a big push. Look at that, 3 wide.
Brett Holmes at green number 32 with a little help from Lane Riggs in a yellow 38.
Corey Heim was back there. Christian Eckes, drivers we anticipate will be at the front before the night is over.
And that yellow line, remember, you cannot go below that yellow line to advance your position. You saw Majeski up off the bottom there exiting the corner. That means the truck was a bit out of control on him, but you cannot go below that yellow line. So he will try to stay pinned directly to it so that no one can get on the inside of it.
My pick to win tonight is Tom Majeski, by the way. I feel like it's still early enough for me to be able to say that.
And Ray Liotta just going in turn number 3. I don't like what I'm seeing from Majeski early. He can't keep it pinned. I'd want to be right down on the bottom, but he's coming off the corner about a half truck length up. This is tight racing.
Teammates working together in that outside lane. Sauter getting some drafting help from Matt Mills in the 42. And another one of their Chevy friends right behind him. The 2 is Nick Sanchez.
Oh, Brad Moffitt back there. Matt got a hold to the bumper of that bright, petty blue truck and got him out of the groove. You can see how far he's dropping back.
Look at all the damage to the 42 of Matt Mills in the front of that truck. You can see it on the outside. He's the lead truck on the outside.
And if there's damage like that, Phil, he can't lead a line. He'll be able to draft okay still, but if it's hurt, which it is, you can see the gap there. That hood could blow off.
Wrinkled up big time. Sauter, his teammate, drops down in front of Tom Majeski. Now he controls that inside lane.
And that's why Mills is falling back. He doesn't have the aerodynamic sleekness that he had at the start, and he'll continue to drop.
I think the 2 middle hood pins are not fastened right now.
I don't think that hood will last long.
Yeah, me neither.
And he's trapped in that outside.
That hood is going to fly off within the next few laps.
But there just wasn't quite enough time. They need to go to the outside. There goes Sanchez.
And it's hard to explain how much pressure is on the nose of that Chevrolet truck.
And you can see he's dropping like a bag of rocks. Those guys split him, and he's in trouble. They can repair that. He can come back. But right now, he just needs to fall to the back and hope to hang on.
If you're going to have a problem, have it early. Stage breaks at lap 20 and lap 40. We will get cautions and should be able to put himself in position to come down, make repairs, stay in the game.
He's fallen back 20th or so, but he's in line now, and he's on the bottom. That hood will have a lot of turbulence at it right now because of the wind coming off the other trucks. Watch for it to fail, those hood pins to fail, and that thing blow up. This is so intense. This early in the race, these guys in front are thanking their teams for giving them fast enough trucks to sort it out and get in single file.
I'm anxious to see what that outside lane can do now. They've gathered themselves
Mr.
up.
Chester.
Sanchez towing them around in the 2. Behind him, the 15 of Tanner Gray, and right behind him, Matt Crafton, the 3-time series champion in that bright yellow. Oh, and there goes Crafton.
Oh, no.
Got a crash. Gray around. The
Already.
Sanchez.
Man, they're crashing already. They're crashing already 6 laps into this race.
Contact with that Moffitt.
Man, oh man, they're still crashing, just like
6 laps
insane.
And we have our first caution of the night.
As you see Matt Mills right there, he barely avoided.
So we got our first caution of the night, a big crash.
Avoided that.
Lots of damage to Moffitt's truck.
How big is this, though, for Matt Mills? You stay out of the mess, and you can come down, maybe make some repairs, and all these other drivers now having trouble. And one of them we saw there in the shot, the 9 of Grant Enfinger.
It looked like early on you talked to Crafton was wanting to go to the outside. It looked like he thought about going to the outside and then turned down, and I think maybe could have possibly caused some contact there. Lawless Allen, right front flat.
Thad Moffitt done for the night.
Thad Moffitt is out of the race.
That's so we talk about Daytona and how special it is and how much you look forward to it, and how anxious you are, and then just 6 laps in, have it all come to an end. We know how much Ty Dillon was looking forward to this race and this year to go out and win a championship in a truck. His night's over.
There's a 27 truck of Keith McGee with a lot of damage.
Jake Garcia, first real opportunity to compete in the draft. He's got heavy damage. Now Ty Dillon is giving it up. He's climbing from his truck.
What do you think, Bill? 10 trucks or so involved in it?
Certainly 10 involved. Some of them will be able to continue, but we're going to lose a few, just like this 25 Brackley truck of Ty Dillon.
Yeah, I think Matt Crafton can continue sort of at the beginning of it. Not saying it was his fault, but he was at the beginning of what happened.
I'm saying, or sorry, the 19 just shoved me. Yeah, it's like he got hold of me and just got me just walking back and forth and just kept shoving me.
He's talking about the 19 of Christian Eckes. Kind of bumping him from behind and getting his truck out of shape.
Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo suspended for 2 games for the drug performance enhancing.
To manage. This is what Matt Crafton was talking about, as you see Eckes in the blue Napa truck right behind Crafton. Just turned him a little bit sideways. Lane Riggs, look at that job he's doing.
Yeah, then he got into the 15. Crafton got into the 15 of Tanner Gray. There's Ty Dillon getting into the outside wall of the white and blue truck, excuse me.
You see, Crafton was about a half truck length up high on the back of Tanner Gray.
Tough break for Stuart Friesen there with the 52 Halmar truck.
Wow.
Well, that was a pretty early. I didn't expect it to be this early. I thought we would see it in stage 2.
This would be a great shot of it here.
Right there.
He hit Lane Riggs hard. Watch Lane Riggs, that yellow truck, avoid the 15 of Tanner Gray.
Just slipped right through there, didn't he? Great job.
But by the time we go back racing, we're only gonna have probably about 8 laps left in this stage.
Looks like that Taylor Gray, maybe Corey Heim avoiding Ty Dillon.
Did you see all the dirt that Grant Enfinger kicked up in the infield? Hopefully he can get that truck repaired.
Raja, the 71, also getting some damage.
Remember our buddy Ben Rhodes going to the back of the pack? He was making some ground. Let's ride with him and see what it looked like from his viewpoint.
We saw him right behind Jake Garcia. We saw all the damage on his truck.
12 trucks involved. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good at Daytona, right?
Well, I think that was a combination of both, because Ben Rhodes kept his truck pointed in the right direction, used a little bit of gas, used a little bit of brake, and then eventually saw the clear.
We made it 6 laps, and we get a caution. 12 trucks involved. More from Daytona after you watch this.
What does it take to define the ideal driving experience? It takes Polestar 2. With fully electric performance, Swedish design and engineering, and up to 320 miles of range. Polestar 2 is designed for drivers. View offers at polestar.com.
Your Wyndham is waiting. When bucket lists need checking, points need redeeming, work trips need crushing, or anniversaries need celebrating, No matter who you are, where you're going, or why. With 24 trusted brands by Wyndham to choose from, your Wyndham is waiting. Get the lowest price at WyndhamHotels.com.
We're here today to set the record straight about Dupuytren's contracture. Surgery is not your only treatment option. People may think their contracture has to be severe to be treated, but it doesn't. Visit findahandspecialist.com today to get started.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
Hello?
Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers.
How long have I been out here?
About 12 minutes.
Chester.
Head for the mountains. You got it, bud. You got it.
During an asthma attack, every second feels like an eternity. Primatene Mist works fast. It's clinically shown to open airways quickly. Get the #1 FDA-approved over-the-counter asthma inhaler. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again.
Little Caesar slices and sticks is the world's greatest combination.
Carl?
Sorry, PB&J.
How dare you?
Half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza. Get hot and ready slice and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza, pizza. For the 7th time in the last 9 races here at Daytona, we have a caution in the first 6 laps. 12 trucks involved, many coming down pit road, Regan.
Matt and Corey LaJoy pits from the top 5 just now. Strictly a strategy play. They wanted to top the truck off with fuel, pack it as full as they could so they can go a little bit later into the run here.
So damage trucks coming down to do damage repair, but some of these drivers electing to play a little strategy under caution.
I like the strategy. You talked at the very top of the show, strategy could come into play. Now these drivers and teams have enough fuel to get to the end of the second stage at lap 40. And we talked about Rich Lucius as the crew chief of Ben Rhodes. We talked about his playbook, and he just pulled a play out of it. He did what Adam mentioned. He came down and got that gas and raced to the end of the second stage. Stay out at the end of this stage and get that track position.
Amanda?
I was talking to Joe Shearer earlier on what their strategy would be here in stage 1 if they saw a caution. He said, hey, we're going to stay out and see how far we can push this thing. Said that they would then consider coming in for fuel throughout the stages, but wants to make sure that they get these stage points early depending on what's going to happen in this race. And Ty just simply looked at me and said, yeah, whatever Joe says.
That's what makes stage racing so fun. You want to say, I'm going to pit and get to the end of stage 2. Oh, wait, I won't get any points in stage 1. What do I do about that? There's always that sacrifice you have to make. But the way Ben Rhodes was moving early in this race, he could get up into the top 10 before this is over. Yeah, Corey LaJoy's
very
doesn't worry about points. He's not even eligible to receive points.
Here's a list of those drivers involved in the accident. You see Lane Riggs making his Daytona debut. Beat up pretty good, started 21st, but not so bad that he can't continue, so that's good news.
He can run second for sure with that truck. You just need somebody in front of him and it's going to be fine.
Couple of more laps before we return to the green flag, so we'll take a break. Johnny Sauter, your race leader, early at Daytona.
Start with the bang. Mix it with some superstar power. And turn it loose. Speed up. Speed up. 500 miles for NASCAR's biggest prize. That's the Great American Race. The Daytona 500. Sunday at 2:30 Eastern on Fox.
Dear winter, no fear here. Our all-wheel drive safely crushes every single snowflake. Get President's Day savings, including 4.99 for 60 months financing on your new 24 Highlander or RAV4. Signed, Burdick Toyota in Cicero.
Pack up the family and enjoy the great outdoors from the comfort of an RV. New York's largest RV and camping show is coming up February 29th through March 3rd. 9 days inside 5 huge buildings at the New York State Fairgrounds with big savings and on-the-spot financing. Hundreds of motorhomes, van campers, fifth wheels, and travel trailers, including 2024 models, closeouts, and pre-owned. And new adventures are waiting. NYSRVshow.com.
Dear winter, Toyota trucks rule your roads, so we'll laugh at the snow every single time. Get President's Day savings, including 4.99 for 60 financing on your new 24 Tundra, or choose 750 customer cash. Signed, Berta Toyota in Cicero.
John Hamm is the world's most smartest detective.
I only got one rule. I don't play by the rules. Even that one.
Greensburg series premiere this Sunday on Fox.
Everything we build is from the ground up. Every great idea, every crazy idea, every next idea. Everything you see, everything you feel when you drive it. We put everything we have into our trucks, so you get everything out of them. Ram, trucks are what we do.
Get 10% below MSRP for an average of $8,400 under MSRP on the purchase of select 2024 Ram light duty and heavy duty trucks.
The right mattress makes everything clear. I know exactly where my passport is.
The right mattress matters.
We'll find yours.
At the President's Day sale, save up to $700 on Sealy and get a free adjustable base. Mattress Firm.
He's here. Anyone want a Coors Light?
Oh shoot, I forgot to play the song. I got a guy who can fix this.
When I think Daytona, I think fireworks. And we've had some early on track, 12 trucks involved, bringing out a caution. That happened at lap 6. Can't steal this man's spirit. He's ready to go.
All right, we're doing the choose right now.
What it feels like to come here, Michael. I think he was acting out your feelings there.
That was a great video of it. That's how we all feel inside. Let's go. Danny Dye, nice job on the start of this race. Interesting.
Let's go down to Amanda.
Ty Dillon is clear from the care center. Said it was complete chaos
Just
out
for the
there, but he was
dog.
working to get that truck up to the front as fast as possible. Walk us through, and I know you haven't seen a replay yet, but your experience in it.
That was the wildest couple laps I've ran. Everybody just kind of all over the place, not really having a plan. And our plan was to try to get our Miracle Roofing 50th anniversary Silverado to the front. And it was just so crazy. I don't really know who started there. I saw the 88 start turning, so I checked up, thought I was going to be good enough. When I hit the grass right here, it just spun the rear tires, and thought I saved it coming across, and where we just had mild damage. And then, it's hard to dodge it all, but it's just crazy, you know. I think
all right, here we go.
These races are so short, you got to
back
get
green
after it pretty quick. I was trying to get us up front, so it's unfortunate we got taken out, but just a small hiccup to start the year.
Got 9 to go, or 8 to go in the stage.
Healthcare Center. Restart, Johnny Sauter, outside lane, and we got 38 laps to go down the stage.
Now that was interesting. Johnny went high, and then the first 3 trucks on the bottom all went low. So just some differing strategy there. Look at them stack up. That's what's so difficult. Your 4 or 5 trucks backfield, you don't know they're stacking up. Next thing you know, oh, there's a big move.
And these trucks push such a big hole in the air. Their closing rate is amazing.
By the way, that was Ty Dillon that came from the care center. Johnny Sauter leading this race.
That was Corey Roper, the 04 truck that pulled to the outside to make it 3 wide. Nobody went with him.
I don't know if he bailed or not, but that's exactly what happened. I mean, he didn't make that was a calculated move to try to go forward. It wasn't a good one. Bailey Curry right on the back of his teammate, Johnny Sauter. Maybe Johnny said, I'll go high, maybe those guys will go low, and I'll get Bailey behind me. We saw the bottom prevail earlier, but look at Majeski off the bottom again. Watch that 98 truck. I think he might have his hands full.
Hey, those niche trucks, though, have worked well together. We saw Matt Mills giving the shove early. Here it's Bailey Curry helping out Johnny Sauter.
Well, he turned him sideways a little bit, it looked like.
Maybe too aggressive.
A little bit too aggressive, a little bit too much of a push. That's the thing we have to guard against. Sometimes these front bumpers don't line up exactly with the rear bumpers, and we've seen a lot of pushes go really bad.
When you can see things start to go bad is when they wander up off the bottom, exiting the corner, because then they got the wheel in it. Cut to the bottom, next thing you know, the back end comes out. Look at what Daniel sees ahead of him.
Bumper tight ahead there.
He cannot see the leader. He cannot see the truck ahead of Tyler Ankrum. And look at the dancing around again for the 98.
They're all dancing around, it looks like.
I'm telling you, this makes me crazy.
Look how tight Johnny is on Ankrum's door, side drafting.
If you want to know
hard on him.
why the spotter plays such a big role at Daytona, just watch this.
You do get kind of linked up with somebody, just be careful about the locket bumpers deal, but if you're there for a sec, just release them getting into the corner.
Oh. I know those Cup drivers down there, Xfinity drivers are in their campers or hotels watching these guys dance around and say, man, this is a wild race.
5 to go, stage 1.
You sure it's just 5 to go and stick for a stage?
Look at that. There you go. Keep your eye on 98. He's got his hands full. Flat. Ooh. Up the middle. Decided better of it.
Caution. That probably ends the stage, but we could. Actually, I don't know. I think we could get 1 lap.
Yeah, Wallace had some damage from that first incident we had.
Back up, I'm rolling.
Was that the rear tire? Yeah. Or probably a tire rug after the damage he had. That'll probably do it for this stage, I would think.
Lane Riggs back to pit road for more repairs on that right front fender. He's now 2 laps down, and all of his chances of winning are gone.
Yeah, that front is gone.
Yeah, on the 33 truck, he just spins around.
See if you see some debris coming off that truck. Look, maybe the splitter apparatus off the front of that truck.
Matt Mills slips by on the bottom.
He had some pretty serious issues there. That's the Keith McGee.
Hello, buddy.
He was involved with that first incident as well.
Came down to race from Alaska. Did Keith McGee. Anytime you have damage, you're going to have flat tires after that.
You see the splitter is completely gone off of Lawless Allen's truck.
Coming to lap 17. If we do go back racing, it's just going to be 1 lap.
Yep.
And that'll be a wild one, I think.
And we're hearing from NASCAR. They want to get this thing restarted before the end of the stages. Lane Riggs goes behind the wall, Amanda.
Yeah, Adam, you hate to see it. The Bahama native is going back to the garage. His team was telling him that they apologize and that they're sorry. And Lane just said, dang, you can do everything right, and this is how it happens.
I know he's frustrated and disappointed, but we're going to see a lot more of Lane Riggs this year.
A lot of people using some strategy again, Phil. There's Daniel Dye coming to pit road. Getting his fuel now, just giving up stage points. You got to make that decision. Like I said, it's a balancing act. We'll obviously stay out. And Stephen Parsons. Stephen's not running all the races, so he can use a whole playbook. He doesn't care about stage points.
Cody in that same situation.
Yeah, Cody Romo looking up the right rear. I think maybe checking the shock and make sure they don't have an issue with the shock.
If he doesn't like the
You're
way
such
it's
a good
driving or
boy,
something,
Chester.
You saw the rear tire changer kind of wobbling the tire to make sure it didn't have too much play in it. Like there was a hub issue or something like that. And this is a solid rear axle on these trucks, much like the Xfinity cars. The Cup cars have independent rear suspension. Tough break for Lane Riggs.
The top lane, somebody's like pushing like it's the last lap, and they just turned right now.
Amanda?
Lane, we saw how you got out of the truck. I know this is an emotional moment for you. Before we kicked off, you said that you were in awe. How do you describe it now?
I just want to go race. I want to get out there on the track and race and learn. And man, that really, really stings. You know, we had a stupid fast truck. It was coming to the front so fast and was handling so good. And I guess they were pushing on the outside lane like it was the last lap already. I mean, I'm not a super speedway expert by any means, but I know that was a little too early. So really hate it for these guys. Thank you to Love Travel Stop for getting me here to the racetrack. I just want to rebound. I want to come back. This is not how this year's going to go.
Well, we saw yesterday how much it meant for him to be here, and this is how much it means, how disappointed he is for what happened there. Very aggressive racing, but that's, if you watch a replay from last year, the year before.
All right, so we're getting the one to go right now. We're going to go back green with only one lap left in the stage.
In the first 20 laps of the race. Tanner Gray got the free pass and is going to go around and line up at the back of the field. And as you see here, folks choosing. So we're going to go back green for one lap of racing.
29 trucks on the lead lap, which is hard to believe when you consider we had 12 trucks involved in that incident at lap 6.
Yeah, we lost 4 trucks. 4 trucks are listed as out of the race.
Wait, this show.
FS1, the future stars are back with roaring engines.
Oh, let me go on my phone. Let me see what you're talking about,
He
Jaden.
claims the first checkered flag of the season. It's NASCAR's Xfinity Series. 5 Eastern time on FS1.
And guys, if I was one of those drivers that decided to use some strategy, I would stay well back of this field on this restart.
Well, that's the direction they're going to get from their spotter and their crew chief. We've played our hand here, and part of playing our hand means we're going to lay back and not get in this mess if something was to break out on this one-lap sprint.
I don't know where you're seeing that, Jaden.
See Ben Rhodes, we know where he started. He's been to pit road, got gas, and he's all the way up to 12th position. So he's probably thinking stage points, wouldn't you guys feel?
Absolutely. Yeah, whole different scenario for somebody like that has a chance to get some.
Oh, well, there's live points, but there's no, like, fuel.
There's going to be a handful of drivers that started outside the top 20 that no doubt are going to get some stage points here. The give and take and strategy and accidents at a place like Daytona can really shake it up in a hurry.
And you may say, why are we talking about stage points first race of the year? You come to race 16 with 7 to go, they're going to become extremely important.
Just if you're missing 1 point, it might be the difference between making the playoffs and not.
All right.
Ty Majeski doesn't just want stage points. He wants a playoff point.
Them trucker boys going to have a one-lap shootout for the end of this stage. Green flag.
Playoff point in his bucket. Final lap opening stage. Sauter Majeski on the front row.
Both lanes are really organized from the first to the second trucks in line.
Tyler Ankrum in that orange truck is really beating the back of that 98 truck, and we know how unstable it's been on exit of the corner. He's able to pin it down pretty good there. Look at Johnny Sauter.
Oh, shit, man. How did he not wreck there?
Oh
my God.
Sauter down on the inside lane, getting pushed by his teammate Bailey Curry. Majeski back to third. Ankrum through in fourth. That's 17. The orange and black truck is Taylor Gray.
Heckes leading the outside line.
And Johnny Sauter is going to win stage 1.
To end stage 1, Majeski out of line, but it's going to be Johnny Sauter who takes it. That's his 5th stage win at Daytona, the most all time.
Wow. Okay, breathe now, Phil. we get a break.
I lost a few breaths on the backstretch there.
Oh, man. This is crazy.
Stage 1 complete. Sauter, Majeski, Curry, Ankrum, Taylor Gray, the top 5.
If advanced lung cancer has you searching for possibilities, discover a different first treatment. Immunotherapy.
What's up, Daniel? How's it going tonight?
Cancer, but Opdivo plus Yervoy is the first combination of 2 immunotherapies for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that has spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Opdivo plus Yervoy is not chemotherapy. It works differently. It helps your immune system fight cancer in 2 different ways. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing or fever. These are not all the possible side effects. Problems can occur together and more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, or receive chest radiation. Your search for 2 immunotherapies starts here. Ask your doctor about Opdivo plus Yervoy, a chance to live longer.
It's time to put a different spin on how healthier really happens.
Might be a subscription
When it comes to
thing.
being healthier, it's more than you do you and she does she. The real secret, baby, is how we do it. Healthy is not something that happens all alone. It takes Greg and Lydia and Josie on the phone. It's Grammy getting checked on in her favorite chair, or dolling herself up to go handle all of her care. When Nia has so much to do, she doesn't even know where to start. There's a sweet surprise there to warm her heart. The doctors, the nurses, and all the people in between.
I have to pee.
Healthier happens in more ways than Ray's ever seen. From mental health, superpower stealth, or jumping online just to make sure they're fine. Healthier happens together.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
Why are you here? State your purpose.
To find a place to rent. I know renters when I see them.
Who is this guy?
It's the top priority when you move to a new city or galaxy. Apartments.com. We can help you get into a lovely 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, I don't presume anything. I like these guys. Apartments.com. The place to find a place. Craftsman is offering race fans different deals throughout the season. Look out for the Craftsman QR code later in the race to take advantage of tonight's Daytona deal of the race. The deal of the race.
Here's the deal on the points from stage one. Johnny Sauter collected 10. Bailey Curry with another nice job. We talked yesterday during practice. I think this is a win waiting to happen.
How about Brett Holmes, 5 points. Jack Wood, 4 points.
What about Corey Heim? He's been to pit road and got a stage point. We talked about that being possible.
And will stay out here, we're quite sure. There are 3 drivers that finished inside the top 10, got stage points, that started the evening outside the top 20. And as you mentioned, some of those drivers have already been to pit road.
And if I'm running 25th, watching all those trucks up ahead bob and weave around, like, how do you go through all that? I mean, you just... I know I'm old, but it makes me want to lay back and see what happens. That's why we don't do this anymore, Phil.
Yeah, we had one wreck.
Oh yeah, well on the NASCAR app it does.
That's exactly right, and they're gonna.
It shows the fuel.
You can't race like this and not wreck.
Pit road will be open.
But that's only on the app.
We're going to see a mixed bag of strategies here too. Here, maybe the front runner is going to pit.
Johnny Sauter's going to get a splash of fuel.
And maybe Majeski stays out.
Stays out and is going to try to run to the end of the second stage, or maybe try to catch another caution prior to the end of the second stage. And these teammates coming down. Majeski stays out, so does Tyler Ankrum. Taylor Gray, Brett Holmes coming down as well, Amanda.
You look at him pull into his pit box, he's going to take gas only here. He was talking about the splitter a little bit, but I think that they're going to assess that later on. Regan?
Johnny Sauter just a
Well, I know doubleheader. I don't think I'm going to do the ARCA. But I might. I don't know.
The corners, fuel only for him as well.
I wasn't really planning on watching the ARCA race anyway, is the thing.
Yet, along with Majeski, Ankrum, and Eckes.
Let's give Johnny Sauter a shout out. See what he thinks about that truck. Hey, Johnny Sauter, Michael Waltrip and the Fox team. Do you copy? Hello? Hello, Johnny Sauter. Hey, Johnny Sauter, it's the Fox team. You copy? Oh. Well, let's go to break. That didn't work.
Maybe we'll ring him later.
I'll give him a call.
If he wins stage 2, huh? Stage 2 comes your way next.
COVID-19. I'm not waiting. If it's COVID, pack
Paxlovid?
Paxlovid is an oral treatment for adults with mild to moderate COVID-19 and a high risk factor for it becoming severe. It does not prevent COVID-19.
My symptoms are mild now, but I'm not risking it. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms and help stop the virus from multiplying in your body.
Taking Paxlovid with certain medicines can lead to serious or life-threatening side effects or affect how it or other medicines work, including hormonal birth control. It's critical to tell your doctor about all the medicines you take because certain tests or changes in their dosage may be needed. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems, HIV-1, or plan to become pregnant or breastfeed. Don't take Paxlovid if you're allergic to nirmatrelvir, ritonavir, or any of its ingredients. Serious side effects can include allergic reactions, some severe, like anaphylaxis, and liver problems. These are not all the possible side effects, so talk to your doctor.
Better late than never. Where's Haley Deegan? She's not running in the truck series no more. She's up to Xfinity now. But Tony Breidinger, she's looking like she might be something good, and she's running in 8th right now. Crank it up. Hold on. My shit's misbehaving right now. There we go.
Save hundreds.
There we go.
Lining up for the start of our second stage at Daytona. It's race 1 for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. We're at Daytona Speedway with Michael Waltrip, Phil Parsons. I'm Adam Alexander. Ty Majeski staying out.
You know, and I thought he would want a chassis adjustment. That thing looked like it wasn't handling right, but that tells you how important that tire position is. We talked about before qualifying how you want to control the race. And he's in a position to do that, and he doesn't want to give it up.
Top 3 trucks yet to pit.
We talked to the teams as well, and they said 34 was a limit on fuel. But we've had so many caution laps, they feel confident that they can stretch it out.
Yeah, remember we had 3 pace laps as well as a bit of a warm-up on pit road in addition to those 20 laps. But again, you see Joe Shear. There's 3 crew chiefs right now that think they can make it to lap 40.
Joe Shear's a bit of a gambler, isn't he?
Totally.
You think there'll be a red flag for a wreck? Probably.
Matt Crafton has had an interesting go at it so far. Still in the top 10, was in that big crash.
That's that bright yellow truck you see, 5th in line on the inside. Daniel Dye, the 43 red and white truck right behind him.
Tony Breidinger in the 1 doing some impressive stuff early. Lining up 6 for the restart.
My biggest concern is that if we lead everybody here, how much fuel we're going to use. That's my concern too.
Well, maybe you're going to have to lay in it because it's kind of hard to have this guy. He just got the free pass, and the team has been working hard on that truck, and it looks like it's in decent shape. Stuart Friesen, a dirt racer from Canada, raced over at Volusia County Speedway last night and is dirt modified. He's raced stuff that's been up as that in 1 races, I bet.
New crew chief on board this year, Jimmy Villeneuve.
He's probably pretty comfortable with what he's got going on. He asked Jimmy how's it look. Jimmy said, it looks great, Stuart.
Well, we've seen it over the years at this place. Never give up.
That's right.
You never know when the big one's going to happen. You're going to get cautions. You can get laps back. So you just stay in the game till the very end, and you got a shot at Daytona. Majeski goes outside, Ankrum inside. Row 2 going to be Eckes and Heim. Row 3, Rhodes and Breidinger.
Tony with it. Row 3 outside restart here. We'll see what she's able to
Tracy
do.
trying to get American sports in Israel. You almost missed the Super Bowl.
The 11 of course.
Yeah, that, I would not want to have to deal with that.
Ben Rhodes started in the back, all the way up in the top 5.
I'm glad you're able to get the races, though.
Second stage.
Or are you? Green flag.
Big push on the bottom.
Look at Sanders. That Grenade Finger jumps to the outside of Tony Granger.
He was involved in the crash at lap 6, and here he is in the 9 making a play.
That didn't work, so he bails, gets back to the middle.
Had to get back in line to get some draft.
There's his old teammate, Rajah Caruth, now driving for Spire in the 71, giving a push to that 9.
We saw the 42 of Matt Mills bent up early in the race, falling back. Look at him go now.
Wow.
There's Majeski. He falls back.
Tyler Ankrum grabs the lead on the restart. That's Eckes in second.
How about Corey Roper, the 04 truck? He's got a top 5 finish here before. Ooh, he moved up the racetrack.
These guys up front are happy. Got them strung out single file for now. See how long that lasts.
See if Corey Heim can get a little momentum on the high side with that 11 truck.
Pushing that outside lane from Ty Majeski.
Looks like a strong run up there. Here comes Sanchez to join him. He looked in the mirror and saw how strong they were coming. Decided he wanted to be a part of that party.
It's a big wiggle.
Yeah, and his spotter said there's momentum on the high side. He jumped up there. Oh, a little bit sideways there, wasn't he?
They all are to me.
Daniel Dye, solid start to the night. Tucked in that inside lane. Red and white truck behind Matt Crafton.
Sanchez looks like he's got some good speed up there. Especially with that push from the behind that Heim's been able to give him.
See him staying really close to that yellow truck of Crafton, trying to pull that truck back a little bit.
And it worked too, Phil. You saw that gap wide, and now Crafton's got a push from Daniel Dye. Looks like Corey LaJoie's thinking high. He wants to be a part of that party on the outside.
So just give me a little help. Give me a little push, Nick Sanchez.
A couple of Chevrolets working together outside.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. You saw Daniel lose the nose there.
Man, Eckes had to hang on to it in the inside lane. Ben Rhodes giving him a shove.
That was a huge moment for Daniel Dye.
That's how easy it goes away from you. He looked like he was steady and solid right on the yellow line. Lost the nose and almost called the.
It's like living in the days of only radio. Yeah, I can imagine.
Top 5 jumps to that outside lane.
I'm glad I didn't live in those days.
Watch this moment for Daniel Dye. See him drifting up off the bottom? Drifting up, drifting up.
And finally has to turn the wheel left. And sideways he gets.
That's a big save. See what happens with his foot here. Briefly off the gas and right back to the mat.
If he doesn't get back in the gas, he's going to get on the line.
Look at this outside line. Who's coming and who's leading? Can we go from last to first?
I think we can. It's about to happen.
Chester.
Ben Rhodes drops to the rear. No problem. He said, you can call me 2-time. And here he is looking for the lead at Daytona. Middle stages of stage 2.
We were talking to Rich Lucis yesterday. He said, I have the best drafter in the field in my truck, and that's Ben Rhodes.
And he's got the second best drafter, in my opinion, in the field, Corey LaJoie, right on his tailgate.
So important. Ooh, Ankrum gets a little bit sideways up off the corner. These trucks are a handful.
They are that.
7 still with you. I'd like to bring the 7 with us. 7 still tied on you.
That's great.
Caution's out. Caution's out.
Caution.
Oh, good. I can breathe.
Fourth caution of the night.
Oh, there's a tire on the track.
Turn 3.
Somebody's carcass of a tire is over there.
I believe it's Stuart Friesen. Stuart came to pit road, the right rear flat. Can he get that?
Who picked up Haley? in the Xfinity Series? I don't even know. Let me see.
As well. They're going to put 4 on it.
I just know she's going to the Xfinity Series.
9 to go, stage 2. Caution is out. Tyler Ankrum is your leader at Daytona.
The number 15 for AM Racing.
Oh man. Ugh, parents.
In California, childhood rules. The family fun starts at visitcalifornia.com.
With fully electric performance and up to 320 miles of range, Polestar 2 is designed for drivers. View offers at polestar.com.
Little Caesar slices and sticks is the world's greatest combination. Carl? Sorry, PB&J. How dare you?
Half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza. Get hot and ready slice and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza, pizza.
The XFL and the USFL merged to create one powerful spring football league called the UFL. Spring football is here to stay.
The UFL season kicks off March 30th on Fox and ABC.
Welcome to Fox Nation, a place where we look to the future and toast to our past. This is Fox Nation, where all of America's stories are told. Sign up and start streaming today.
Verizon makes moving easy, no matter where you go. Whether you're looking for a little more space, or maybe a lot more space, make sure you bring the important stuff, like your current TV and internet plan. With flexible install times to fit your schedule and a Fios TV mobile app to keep you watching while you move, you can feel right at home faster. Learn more at verizon.com/movers or call 866-VZ-MOVES.
Find the mattress of your dreams this weekend during Metro Mattresses President's Day sale. Try before you buy to find the best sleep of your life. Enjoy 40% off all Nectar mattresses at Metro Mattress. Step up to a purple hybrid mattress for enhanced pressure relief, support, and cooling. Get $700 off a purple hybrid mattress and adjustable base. We offer free next-day white glove delivery. Visit one of our New York stores today.
Metro Mattress, the sleep superstore.
Great to have you with us live from Daytona. It's the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series on FS1. Fourth caution of the night. Produces some takers on pit road. Strategy, strategy, strategy. Why would you pit here, Phil?
I like pitting here, putting tires on if that's what you want to do. And then I would come into the end of the stage just for a little splash of fuel. Then you beat everybody that puts tires on it. Most of the people told me in the garage that they wanted to put 4 tires on at the end of the second stage. And that opened up the strategy for them in the third stage and final stage.
And now, if you do it now, you just ride. You know, you don't heat up your tires that much. And then you come and get that splash of gas so that you can be on the same page as the other trucks that have gas, so you don't have to short pit. But all that is tempered by when is the caution going to fly?
Oh God!
And the way it looks out there, it's going to fly often.
Regan?
Adam Tyler Ankrum up front leading this race right now. A fun conversation, though, back and forth with his team about what his truck's doing.
Really free. It's just that front downforce when you're leading like that. It looks like it'll go, though. It leads pretty damn good. I mean, that thing, you can pull out, you can do what you want with it. Just keep it under here, go with the stage.
I gotta say, I love how the crew chief explained to him exactly why it was getting freer up front there to give him an understanding of that. They did follow it up with, they will make an adjustment when they make their pit stop to help them out just a little bit.
Just keep it under you and go in the stage. Yeah, okay, that's a great plan. I hope I can do just that for you guys, but man, that thing is very loose.
Ankrum making his 5th start at Daytona in the Truck Series. He's led laps every time.
Wow.
He's a cowboy, but a bit of a bucking bronc out there tonight at times in the draft, right?
The cattle farmer from California, living in Statesville, North Carolina.
Chester.
Running a cattle farm.
We know we're going to run at least one more lap. 6 to go now, so if they get 1 to go next time, then they'll have 4 laps
to decide this stage. Matt Mills, we saw the problems early with that truck.
And they had a penalty for improper driver assist, so he will have to come from the tail on the restart.
Improper driver assist.
I've given all I know. Maybe we could go next door and get some help from our friends at NASCAR.
Improper driver assist.
They just give me short sentences, you know? Now see, I looked at you when I said that, and I was waiting for you to jump in and give us more.
I'll tell you what let's do, Adam. Let's go to break, and I'm going to get my rule book out and tell you exactly what he did.
And when we return, inside of 5 laps to go, stage 2.
Is this the start of a dynasty? A redemption tour?
Ready to go to work.
Is this the face of a ruthless competitor or a villain? Is it time for a breakthrough? To get back to breaking stuff? Or is this the makings of the wildest ride you'll ever witness? It's all of the above, and it's about to go down. Any questions?
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
Chester.
Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers.
She got 12th place for her first time behind the wheel in Xfinity last, or that was the year before, but yeah. She did pretty good in that Xfinity race.
About 12 minutes. Head for the mountains.
If you have chronic kidney disease, you can reduce the risk of kidney failure with Farxiga, because there are places you'd rather be. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections, and low blood sugar. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis.
The all-new Hot Honey Pizza and Wings. It's where sweet meets heat. And the first new flavor to make you say, pizza, dude! Don't miss out. Pizza, what?
Saturday night, it's the rivalry renewed on Fox Primetime Hoops. It's Michigan State and it's Michigan. Get out of here! Tyson Walker leads the Spartans as they fight for a season sweep over their bitter rival. Exclamation point! While Coach Howard's Wolverines have their sights set. Hey,
what a big time shot!
Michigan State, Michigan, Saturday at 8 Eastern.
The biggest games are on Fox Primetime Hoops.
This is the make or break moment. The chance to carve your name into the history books. This is the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
The biggest day in racing just got bigger as Grand Marshal Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson will kick off the Daytona 500. The Great American Race returns Sunday, 2:30 Eastern Time, only on Fox. Coverage begins with race day here on FS1, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Johnny Sauter came down and his team got a penalty, and we've added a lap here, so we're going to wait one more time around before we go green. As we await the restart, we remind you aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, powering every mile and every moment on NASCAR's road to victory. Goodyear, more driven.
Lights off on the pace vehicle.
Had a one-lap run to finish stage 1. We're going to have 3 laps on the board as we resume here in stage 2 to finish things off, and I would say this is going to be a pretty good little finish.
Yes, it is. It's going to be wild. We know that. A couple of guys up in front that are running low on fuel. If one of those things were to stumble, that could cause a heck of a mess.
I would say all these caution laps, though, have gone a long way in ensuring that they can make it all the way and be fine to come back and make their pit stop. Christian Eckes inside the road 2.
Man, I'm so selfish when it comes to this stuff, man. I know what you wanted to do, but you can't do that.
asking, he's saying he wants to win.
Yeah, he's selfish.
He wants
And
to
he's
take
supposed
it,
to be selfish.
but they're saying maybe help your teammate. See if you can push somebody along.
We did media day for the Daytona 500 a couple days ago, Larry Mack and I. And he reminded Denny, next gen car, maybe your stats at the super speedways haven't been as good. Denny said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be more selfish. You have to be selfish to win in this format, right?
A good glimpse at Charles Delight, crew chief for Christian Eckes, 4-time winner last year in the Truck Series. And yes, you have to be selfish.
Thank you for that. I thought you were just ignoring me.
No, no, oh no, never.
No, we're a team.
You might be selfish at the end a little bit.
Apparently there's some mist.
A little bit of a brief shower fleet floated through the area. Just heavy mist. Hopefully that'll go away.
We're still scheduled to get this restart. Lights still off the pace vehicle.
Hey, real quick on Matt Mills, they had the improper driver assist. Someone came over to service the driver, also made an adjustment on the truck. That's a no-no. So that's what that penalty was when they came that up.
So Matt didn't do anything.
Matt didn't do anything.
I thought he was trying to assist. I was figuring out what the heck was he doing.
All right.
3 to go, stage 2. Front row.
It was a light mist, but we're going.
You're just joining us, Ben Rhodes.
Green flag.
In the rear.
Big push by Christian Eckes on the
3 laps to go in this stage here.
But watch Corey LaJoie. He's going to have the same bump on the outside. Get a hold of Ben Rhodes and shove him up there. What about Matt Crafton in the bright yellow truck? He's been aggressive all night long. He's up to 3rd.
Daniel Dye hanging tough. Ty Majeski continues in the mix. Grant Infinger in the 9, a part of the equation.
Wasn't he in the dirt on the back straightaway a little while ago?
A lot of dirt.
These guys are...
Here comes that outside line. Here it comes. A little bit of momentum there. See Ben Rhodes side by side with Daniel Dye. Daniel, the 43 truck, and gets sideways and almost runs off the racetrack.
And did you see that 99 truck look for an escape?
2 to go, second stage.
Quarter off him. Still quarter off him.
You know, Daniel's lost the nose a couple of times here. He needs to watch out. Keep it pinned to the bottom. You lose the nose a couple of times and get that loose.
Caution. Caution for rain.
We've got a caution.
Caution for rain.
A mist on the front straightaway. 5th caution of the night. Comes out with a couple of laps to go in our second stage.
Well, the stage would end under caution. Therefore, the race would be official, yes. So, but I don't think it's going to rain that hard.
That kid can get it done on the big tracks.
You know now the rule is the end of the
But that
second
will
stage or
end the
halfway,
stage.
Whichever comes first would make it an official race. We don't need to run but just a couple laps under caution here. We would have an official race, but why sure I kept checking the weather and the radar on, and I never saw this coming for sure.
This is going to go away.
Yeah, there's like nothing on the radar.
We're going to keep racing.
Now remember, if these trucks stay out running under caution to try to keep the track as dry as you can, those 2 trucks running 1-2 have not...
There is nothing on the radar, so I'm pretty sure we're fine.
And the first cat that has is that bright...
But that's how the mist is. It won't be on the radar. Oh, I don't know. They might stop him here. I think they're gonna.
Let it rain. Yeah,
I think they're gonna stop him, but it's not gonna be that long.
It's deja vu. We fought this last year.
Yes, we did.
Zane Smith didn't mind.
No, well, he kind of minded. He had to win it twice.
Yeah, he did.
But he did.
When it was all said and done, he was holding an umbrella and a trophy.
So this is the final lap of stage 2.
Big storm, I'd say, yeah, let's chance it, but it's just a little cell. And they're already on the ARCA race tonight at like 10, so they're fine with staying here late.
Well, I don't know how late they're willing to run this race, because if they have to run the ARCA race afterwards.
Tonight, that was J. Rod Prince talking to Crafton. We're going to stay late.
Yeah, they're going to stop them here.
We have established we are committed to being productive and
I think so.
throughout the evening at Daytona.
Look at that door dinghy there. Got a wheel mark that says everything you need to know about Daytona.
and that's your third place running truck right now.
And your 8th place running truck is all dirty because he went spinning through the infield on the
Yep,
back
they're
straightaway.
stopping them. So this, if they cross the line, then...
So they're going to bring him down pit road, and they will take them to the turn 1 side of pit road.
Yes,
so,
Tyler Ankrum wins stage 2.
Second stage. Tyler Ankrum.
That is the most bizarre stage ending I've ever seen.
Daytona. It's his 3rd career stage victory overall. Eckes, Crafton, Dye, Rhodes in the top 5. Majeski, LaJoy up there. Infinger gets points. So does Sanchez. And Corey Heim completes the top 10 in stage 2.
So that is the end of the stage. The race would be official.
Which runs all the way from the outside wall to the inside pit wall.
Got a pretty good view of the rain or the mist that was falling, and it's really basically gone away. It got a little bit heavy when they threw the caution, and now I don't hardly see it at all.
Yeah, it's not raining hard. We've not
So the red flag is out.
You can see they are just barely misting now, and it was a little heavier, so it looks bad from that
makes it
angle.
worse, yeah. But keep in mind how big this track is, right? I mean, one end might not be raining at all, the other end totally different story. This is what we were talking about a year ago.
Pesky rain showers.
Yes, the race would be official here if it can't get back going.
Umbrella. And remember, Phil, he had an umbrella even when it wasn't raining.
That would really suck.
Good luck charm.
Yeah, I'm glad you made that point, Adam, because right here at the start-finish line, that mist is gone, but maybe a half mile away,
that camera shot made a liar of us, didn't it? I mean, I was all ready to say it's out of here, and then we saw a view from a different portion of the track that told a totally different story. Well, Phil said it. The rules in NASCAR are you either get to halfway or the end of stage 2, whichever is first, to make the race official. So we have accomplished that. Stage 2 is complete.
Why don't we see if we can talk to our leader and stage 2 winner. Hey, Tyler Ankrum, Phil Parsons, and the boys in the Fox booth. You got a copy?
I got you, boys.
Nice job there. Congrats on winning stage 2. Are you a little low on fuel, you think?
Yeah, I think our crew chief Mark Gilman's a little excited to be leading this thing. Got in the truck, he said it's time to let the peacock fly, and he kept me out there, been saving a lot of fuel. Got a pretty nice piece for this race, so we're going to come in here, top off on fuel, get back going.
Sounds good. It's been fun to watch. You guys have, those trucks don't look like they're that easy to drive, though, Tyler.
No, especially when, solder's literally giving you an inch on your door and trying to spin you out. It could be a handful sometimes.
Now, he's a veteran. He wouldn't be doing that on purpose, would he?
No, not to the kids, not at all.
All right, Mark. It's your turn to tell me what's going on. You told him that thing, he said it was loose, and you said hang on to it and win the stage. He did his job, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, he looks good out there.
He does that. You brought him a heck of a truck. Are you concerned at all with the truck refiring, or do you think you're going to be good to get back to the pit?
No, we're good. We had plenty of caution. Even without all these caution laps, we were going to be good. So we're fine.
I like your confidence. Done a great job. See if you can finish this baby off.
Thank you. Thank you, boys.
Well, I just hope this is a quick.
I knew he was laid back when he told Tyler just hang on to it and win the stage. I mean,
no problem. I know it's a handful to drive. Just hang on to it.
Liuna, they've been a great partner for Tyler Ankrum, and it's cool to see them.
Not quite a halftime break, but
new team
pretty close.
In 2024, but the same old result. He's leading at Daytona. We're under the red flag. Our Charlotte studios have coverage for you when we come back.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little girl with a
So yeah, the drivers are told to stay in their cars right now.
daily Jardians. At each day's start, as time went on, it was easy to see. I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects may include ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of infection in your legs or feet. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell. He's here.
I personally don't think this is the end of the race. It's just how long is this going to last?
Oh shoot, I forgot to play the song. I got a guy who can fix this.
Hey babe, how'd you sleep?
Crazy good. That sleep expert guy at Mattress Firm matched me with my perfect mattress. I feel like things are clear now, you know? Like, I don't like you. The right mattress matters.
We'll find yours.
Mattress Firm. Where'd you want to serve?
Oh, I didn't serve, but if your spouse, parent, or grandparent served in the military, you can join USAA.
Yeah, my grandpa did, so I'm already in, but I was talking about your serve. USAA, for the military community.
During an asthma attack, every second feels like an eternity. Primatene Mist works fast. It's clinically shown to open airways quickly. Get the #1 FDA-approved over-the-counter asthma inhaler, Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring.
It's about to get pretty wild here.
Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget. The best-in-class fan experience meets racing's toughest drivers for 3 days of action on and off the track, all surrounded by the beautiful Estrella Mountains. Get your tickets now at PhoenixRaceway.com.
So if the race were to be called here, Tyler Ankrum would be the winner. But like I said, I don't think it will. I think we're going to go back racing pretty soon, too. It's just a matter of how long.
License sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza.
Indulge in Dolce D'Oro from Levian. Only at Jared.
Welcome back to coverage of the Craftsman Truck Series season opener out there at Daytona International Speedway. We're paused for some weather, pop-up shower happening, but we are confident we'll get going momentarily. You see the trucks there parked for now.
They haven't even covered up the trucks. That
Caitlin
should be a showing of how light this is.
Once again, 2 stages complete, 1 to go in the race. And guys, as we have grown accustomed to seeing out in Daytona, it was very interesting right from the start. We had a big accident barely as we got going in this race. So I want to show footage of that wreck because I want you guys to walk me through everything that you were seeing here, because this one was pretty surprising to see something like this happen this early, right?
Yeah, a lot of drivers said, hey, we want to log laps and learn. Well, it was only lap 7 before they learned pushing this aggressive this early was a bad idea. You see multiple trucks that are locked together. What happens, Caitlin, is when you're already on the back bumper of the guy in front of you and you get hit from behind, there's nowhere to go. It moves the truck side to side laterally, and that hooks the truck in front of you. You see Matt Crafton kind of wiggle, and then eventually it catches Stuart Friesen, who spins in front of the field, luckily keeps all 4 tires on the ground.
Yeah, I have a problem with this. I gotta voice my opinion.
You're mad, Todd.
I am very upset because every one of these young guys I talk to, I tell them, don't bump draft. You don't need to do it.
Not lap 7, right?
Well, period. Where's he going? He's in the middle of the pack. Where is he going?
Right.
Nowhere. Don't be bump drafting. You don't need to do it. If you're first and second line trying to push past, yeah, that's what you do. But not in the middle of the pack, especially not on the 7th lap. Guys, watch these races. Figure it out. Man, it aggravates me.
We can tell. Do you think this is a product of just people inexperienced at this style of racing, or is it just
Engines
the feeling
refired?
that you need to be aggressive very early?
Well, not just at this type of racing, but maybe even at this level, right?
Okay.
Some of these drivers are coming out to the truck series for their 1st or 2nd season, and they're excited. You've been on the couch for the off season, like this is your chance to go win a truck series race. And so they get excited. It's early in the race, and you start losing perspective. You're battling somebody beside you, and you start pushing. The crazy thing is, though, Caitlin, where it started.
Red
was
flag has been lifted.
Exactly. Christian Eckes, Matt Crafton, those guys, were hooked on. And I talked to some guys this week, and when they were asking advice, I said, leave a gap in front of you. You can't control what happens behind you. You can't control if the guy runs into you, but you can sure control what's out front of you. And if you're already on their bumper and you get hit from behind, what's left but getting spit out? Somebody's going to go somewhere, and that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
Were you surprised to see that so early?
Absolutely. I thought, 7th lap, you're in line, you're figuring out what's going on, you figure out what kind of truck you got, who's doing what. There's no hurry. There's no hurry in these races, and I think that you're exactly right, Caitlin. There is a sense of urgency. These kids feel like, I gotta go, I gotta get to the front, I gotta race hard, and that's not how you do it. It's just not how you do it.
The bad thing is all the innocent bystanders. We saw Ty Dillon get out of a truck where he's excited for a season. We saw other drivers that had nothing to do with the initial part of this crash, and that's Daytona. Sometimes you're along for the ride, even if you don't initiate it.
Certainly not how a lot of these drivers had hoped maybe their race would start out at Daytona. 2 stages complete, 1 more to go. So now we're going to once again join the guys calling the action. Say hello again to Adam Alexander.
Thank you so much, Caitlin. And it's great to be back at Daytona. Great to see the trucks rolling. The red flag has been lifted. We've returned to the caution. This is not the side I was hoping to see for Daniel Dye.
We saw him, his truck failed to start for qualifying. He was able to be pushed off, and it ended up with a top 10 run, but it will not start. You see the truck pulling up there, and this will not penalize him.
No, he gets a free push.
Yeah, he'll be able to pull right back up into his spot. He was running 4th and finished 4th in this stage. There it fires off right there, so he's good to, he says thank you. He's good to go.
I would say thank you too.
Yes.
It beats the alternative.
Yes. What a great looking truck though for Daniel Dye.
Yeah. What a great start to this race.
I'm impressed by Matt Crafton too, the veteran. He's seeing all these trucks bouncing and sliding. Heck, he's even been run into and bounced off of other trucks, but he's really committed to try to get his truck to the front. Really doing a nice job.
Got a little bit of a wound, but no harm, no foul. I mean, Crafton's a little beat up. You got Ben Rhodes up there who started in the back. Grant Enfinger was involved in that crash at lap 6. All these drivers picking up stage points in stage number 2.
Last year there were 20 drivers that were involved in incidents, but that doesn't mean 20 different trucks. Some of them more than once, just like we're talking about now. These guys have been involved in an incident, but yet still up here contending for the lead.
Talking about stage points, here's the breakdown. Ankrum leads the way with 17. Majeski's had a good night after starting on the pole. Solid for Eckes, who qualified outside the top 20.
Got to remember how important each of those stage points are. The difference between making the playoffs and not.
So we open up pit road, and we'll see how the various strategies are built on here. These drivers have been doing a lot of different things so far in this race.
And you got to watch for contact too, Adam, when you have all these different strategies. Guys pulling into their pits, others pulling out.
Let's see how it unfolds. Amanda?
And I'd make an argument. Another guy that's had a great night is Ben Rhodes. He started from the rear. He came in. He ended up, you look at Ty Majeski there on the right-hand side. It's going to be 4 tires for that team and some fuel on the left-hand side. The 88 of Matt Crafton. He wanted to make a little bit of adjustment in that truck. He asked for a wedge adjustment. The team said he could not make that happen, but did have the track bar adjustment. Also some air pressure for some issues with the splitter. Regan?
Tyler Ankrum finally getting the adjustments for the loose truck that he wants. They took 4 tires and made those adjustments in the 19 of Christian Eckes. No complaints. He's just ready to go still.
Race off pit road is big here because you take control of this race for the final stage.
I don't know if I want control, Adam.
Yeah, maybe you don't.
It's been wild up there on that front.
Guys,
trucks on the bottom.
I'm improving physically.
But it's been
Hold on, I'll tell you
that. I talked about coming and going. Watch this guy go with the 76 of Spencer Boyd trying to get in his pits. Twice. Corey Heim. Whoa. Okay, I'll do it now. Nope.
What a heads-up move, though, by Spencer Boyd to stop.
That's what you do right there. I mean, he also had time to stop.
That got pretty snug.
Yes, very tight on pit road. Hot dog, that was fun.
Well said. We're ready for the final stage here at the World Center of Racing. We'll reset things and put the green flag in the air one more time after a break on MS1.
We save time when we buy and book online with DiscountTire.com, so we get to do some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, like the time we interviewed Daytona 500 winner Austin. Same trick.
Perfect, Jack. There he is. Austin! Austin!
What are you wearing?
You'll have a good one.
That's what you asked.
It's not what you
That's what
asked.
you say.
Nope.
That's just what you say.
Nope.
I thought it was a great question.
I froze.
Get 30% shorter average wait time when you buy and book online at DiscountTire.com.
Yeah, Daniel Dye was having a hard time getting refired.
Something is coming. Something even they're afraid of. Oh my God.
They don't have to like each other. They just have to work together.
Is that a mini cone?
Rated PG-13.
We're building a better postal service. All parts working.
Honestly, what I hope for is that we can go back green and we could stay green for about 35 laps. That way we can see some green flag pit
For
stops.
more value, more reliability, and more.
That's really what I want to see.
The United States Postal Service is built for how you business.
But if not, I hope we can still just have an exciting race.
Affordable and reliable shipping. USPS.
Ty Majeski to the rear for crew member over the wall too soon.
Right here. Nice pass. Nice.
He's
pass.
my win pick, so.
Fresh cut limes here. Ice cold Corona.
What if the promise of better work wasn't just something we dreamed about, but something we found? This might be the one. Or better yet,
No way.
something that found us.
I got the interview.
Oh yeah, so what about my health? So, you know, I don't know if you knew this, Kenneth, but I was at the Bills-Chiefs game a few weeks ago, almost a month ago at this point, actually. The AFC divisional game, and I was walking to my seat, and I slipped on ice on the concourse, landed on my knee, fucked it up pretty bad. Had to get wheelchaired out of the stadium after the game.
That is what they were doing.
Was on crutches for a bit. Couldn't walk without assistance for a few days. But now I'm like much better, and I just was, for the first time, I went down the stairs at a fast pace, which made me happy.
His truck's all dinged up, and he's in the top 5 getting ready to restart this race.
He's one of the 4 trucks running up front right now that did not pit at the end of the stage.
Oh, Ty Majeski had a penalty over the wall too soon.
You can see that right there.
Then he left. But he started over the wall. You can't do that.
Yeah, his foot was on pit road. You only get 1 pit box.
There were 2 crew members that were over the wall too.
We have a officiating crew that studies all the data that happens on pit road and then makes those calls. So, and there's no hiding from that video for sure.
Majeski starts on the pole, got a ton of stage points, which helps should he have some kind of an issue here, restarting 19th, because He could very well be in the middle of the mess as we hit this final stage.
I think when you're on the front row, you're in the middle of the mess.
That green.
Holmes and Sauter take the green flag from that front row.
Nice start by Holmes. Good push from Tanner.
Yeah, when you're young, you can heal faster. That's true. That is true. Yeah, I was out of work for like 3 weeks. Just went back to work for the first time on Tuesday.
The reason I talked about his truck.
That was
now
weird.
He's gonna have his hands full because he needs to handle a bit. He needs some downforce. We'll see if he can hang on to it. If anybody can, it's him.
He was involved in that incident early. Here he comes in the outside lane. A little shove from Chase Purdy. Corey Heim is right there.
Lieutenant Ray can choose which lane he wants to go in right now. He's going to stay high to try to keep these trucks side by side, but Brett Holmes is fighting back on the inside. A little momentum there on the outside. Tanner doesn't want to get too far out in front.
You can see the damage on the left front of his truck. And here comes Holmes. Oh, he's going to go up high. Hangs on to it.
Tanner Gray, no stranger to success at Daytona. Top 5 here the last 2 years, including a runner-up a season ago. 5th different driver to lead tonight.
How about Johnny Sauter, that 45 white truck second spot with a nice push to Brent Holmes to put him out front. Bailey Curry, the 41, lining up. And there's Stuart Friesen with all the tape flapping and bodywork flapping. Christian Eckes jumping to the inside.
Oh, no, don't try to shut the hole.
That was Tanner Gray, the 15, got shoved out of line, looked to come back down, not clear, and he's going to go in the wrong direction.
Oh, caution.
6th of the night.
That looks like a big hit for Keith McGee.
That's Keith McGee.
Window net has not come down yet.
Accident earlier.
Looks like a single truck incident. Fortunately,
he is moving around in there.
Moving around in
All right, here comes the window net.
We got to go fix this, Phil.
Yeah, that's a little bit too much, I think.
Or do we? He's running
Still
fourth.
running fourth. Yeah, hasn't lost any ground.
Safety team there to check on Keith.
Already made contact, it looks like, with a wall. He's going to end up in the grass in the tri-oval.
Wow, that's a hard hit, Phil.
So many times we saw it earlier. When you have some damage from a previous wreck, you're going to get tire rubs and flat tires. I'm not sure that was the case for Keith. And you're going to get some flack.
Yes. Look at the way the front end's caved in there, too. It's amazing he's able to keep it up in that front pack.
A couple of laps shy of the halfway point. We'll come back after a moment on FS1.
It's time to put a different spin on how healthier really happens. Because when it comes to being healthier, it's more than you do you and she does she. The real secret, baby, is how we do it. Healthier's not something
Chester.
that happens all alone. It takes Greg and Lydia and Josie on the phone. It's
Chester.
and checked on in her favorite chair. Or dolling herself up to go handle all.
Wait, I just thought of something. Yeah.
She doesn't even know where to start. There's a sweet surprise there to warm her heart. The doctors to nurses and all the people in between. Healthier happens in more ways than Ray's ever seen. From mental health to superpower stuff.
Yeah, why is he not smiling in 2016?
Just to make sure they're fine. Healthier happens together.
We've invited NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series drivers and their crew chiefs to get this 70% rounded bolt off of this box.
This is a Husky wrench. I'm just making everything worse. Struggling. Catches, but it doesn't help you get it loose. I'm trying here. I ain't getting nothing.
Craftsman Overdrive. Feels really good. Yeah, catches. That's really impressive.
What did you look at that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls?
The right wrench.
We're here today to set the record straight about Dupuytren's contracture. Surgery is not your only treatment option.
People may think their contracture has to be severe to be treated, but it doesn't.
Visit findahandspecialist.com today to get started.
You can't leave without cuddles, but you also can't leave covered in hair. With Bounce Pet, you can cuddle and brush that hair off. Bounce, it's the sheep.
With fully electric performance and up to 320 miles of range, Polestar 2 is designed for drivers. View offers at polestar.com.
The right mattress makes everything clear.
I saved so much on this mattress. I can keep buying tiny succulents. The right mattress matters.
We'll find yours.
Don't wait. Get a Sleepy's mattress and adjustable base for $499.99. Mattress Firm.
Tomorrow on Fox Primetime Hoops, it's another chapter in a big rivalry as Tyson Walker leads Michigan State in a showdown against Michigan. It all tips off 8 Eastern Time, 5 Pacific on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Go Blue! Well, if you're from Michigan, Phil, who do you root for? Michigan or Michigan State here?
I didn't go to either school. I went to Oakland University, so I can go either way.
All right, we got basketball coming up after our truck race tonight. Mountain West action as New Mexico takes on San Diego State. And because rain is expected here in the Daytona area tomorrow, they've moved the ARCA race from tomorrow to tonight. Coverage starts 10:30 Eastern Time on FS2. And then as soon as we finish basketball, New Mexico and San Diego State, we will resume coverage of racing here at Daytona with the conclusion of that ARCA race, and you can watch it all on the Fox Sports app.
We have a lot of racing left to do here in this truck race.
Yes. First things first, right?
We just crossed halfway.
Just about to halfway in this race.
It's been a wild one. I know we've had a lot of cautions, but we've also had a lot of opportunities for more cautions. And these drivers have been able to hold on to their truck somehow. Like to see it get into a rhythm. Run some laps here. See who can take control of this race.
These drivers have elected to top off with fuel.
MJ.
Hey, Michael Jordan.
He's taking in the truck race here.
Big race fan. His name ain't just on the building. He's involved in the team. Loves this sport.
Some of my favorite moments are when he's on the pit lane after race, got his arm around Bubba or Tyler. And
MJ is the GOAT.
Big win for Tyler last night.
Yes.
Nearly wrecked coming to pit road and made a great move late to get the victory.
So tonight we open 2024 here at Daytona. Let's go over some of the highlights that you'll see on the schedule this season. No more dirt.
We're not going to see any dirt on the schedule this season, but we will go to Bristol twice.
I love Bristol.
Yeah, March and September.
Getting there in March on the concrete will be a fun race. And look at Martinsville doubling up there on the concrete turns.
I think LeBron's the
An
GOAT.
elimination race to determine who's in the championship four.
I don't think Kobe's in that GOAT conversation.
I
think it's LeBron and MJ.
Pavement.
I've gone back and forth over time.
Is where we'll decide our
Like,
champion
there's
again.
sometimes where I'll think
Ben Rhodes
LeBron
over to
is
go
the GOAT, but then
back-to-back
I'll,
and
like,
become
switch back. It kind of just, I don't know. I feel like it is, I think it is MJ, though.
You know, Michael, you mentioned the lack of rhythm. How challenging for a driver when you just can't get it done.
Well, the frustrating thing, I think, for someone like Tyler Ankrum, you know, he's leading the race. He's in control of it. Because of all the cautions, guys that don't have that passive trucks have been able to take some chances. We talked about the playbook, having all kinds of different options because of the stage breaks. Ankrum's now outside the top 10, and he's got his work cut out for him. We saw how bad it was handling up front. We'll see how he's going to be in traffic.
Amanda?
Just heard quickly there, you saw the 98 back at the pit box. They wanted to come in for a little more fuel.
Yeah, not a bad plan to top off. But with 50 laps to go, we know that these trucks can go 40 laps. We saw a couple trucks do that, Ankrum and Eckes. That's with about half of those laps being run under caution.
Another truck on pit road, Matt Mills, as they continue to try to repair the damage done in the first couple of laps of this race. There you see Ankrum back in the 12th position on this restart. Corey Heim is in 11th in the 11 truck. He's been really fast. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him fight his way to the front. See if we can see Keith hit.
Ooh, yeah, that was a hard hit.
Just rose up that truck. Had Greg him right in front of that truck and just turned him straight into the outside. Fortunately, safer barrier.
Yeah. We saw Ryan Blaney have a heck of a crash last night and walk away from it. Safer barriers, in my opinion, the biggest safety implementation we've ever seen in NASCAR. NASCAR continues to work on the cars and trucks, and safety's always been a moving target, but I'm really thankful to see that safer barrier there for Keith to bounce off of.
We're going to restart with 49 to go. Holmes goes in the outside lane, inside Johnny Sauter. Sauter's got his teammate Bailey Curry right behind him.
Back green.
Stuart Friesen elected not to come fix that left front. He's going to stay on the track and push Bailey Curry. Wow, great start by that inside run.
Nice shove. Johnny Sauter's getting.
Here comes Stewart. He's going to give Curry a big shove. I like that 88 truck. He's got a lot of speed. Always right up there in the top 5.
Sauter's gotten pretty far out in front of that group. And with that, the outside lane with a rally. Jack Wood pushing Holmes. Right behind him, the 17. That's Taylor Gray.
Well, looks like a pace lap right now, doesn't it? Stewart's going to lose a little front downforce, and it looked like he went a little bit wide on exit there in that blue truck. Third in line on the inside.
See guys trying to take it 3 wide. That hasn't worked yet tonight. That outside lane is just stalled straight out.
It's Corey LaJoy, that 7 truck, leading that. Is that Ben Rhodes behind him in the 99?
Well, if it's going to work, it's getting ready to. And look at them joining with them.
Yeah, Sanchez is jumping up there. Daniel Dye, the red truck.
Look at this run. Major
momentum in the outside lane.
They're stalled out on the bottom, and here comes that outside. That worked all night long, and Corey LaJoy said, let me give it a whirl. 3 wide, is it going to work?
Jack Wood trying to hang on to it in the middle lane in that 91.
I don't like this.
This racetrack is narrow through this trial area here.
And the trucks like to dance through there. Not a lot of banking to be making a turn. They were scaring me to death 2 wide.
I'm like you, Michael. I don't like this.
3 or 4 rows are 3 wide.
Corey LaJoy bails on the outside, but look what's happening with Ben Rhodes.
Sanchez pushing Rhodes in that outside lane.
Is that too much of a push? NASCAR said they're going to police that.
Jack Wood jumped to the inside right in front of Stuart Friesen to go under Corey LaJoy.
LaJoy now drops down to that inside lane.
That was crazy, the run LaJoy got up there.
Yeah, the outside is losing trucks. Only 3 trucks left on the outside right now.
3 Shove out front. You guys can get back working your way back up there.
Dean Thompson in the 5. Green machine. Tanner Gray in the 15 there, you see. Torrey Brady, they're right back up in the mix.
Here comes Ankrum on the inside of Stephen Parsons.
Stephen on the outside with Raja behind him. Oh, look at him dance.
How smart a race is Stuart Friesen running right now? Staying right on the bottom. He's lost some positions, but he knows that truck is aerodynamically challenged.
Look at that. That's amazing. will not be able to lead a line, but he's following pretty nicely. Ooh, look at that shiny right rear, Phil. A little bit of tire rub there. Hope that thing doesn't go flat. You can tell how much it's rubbing.
Ran in finger than I. Surfacing at the front.
See, the longest green flag run tonight has been 6 laps.
Ben Rhodes third in that outside line.
44 laps to go. We'll take you side by side with Brett Holmes leading the way at Daytona.
This season, Toyota Racing is looking for jaw droppers.
Break from Martin Truex right there, the fastest lap today.
Iron stomachs that can stand the pressure. And quick draw thumbs that leave their own smoke trail. So hold on tight and strap yourself in. This season,
Oh, trouble!
join us.
Caution is out. Oh.
Are you sure you don't want to go bowling?
Is that Johnny Sauter? Yeah, fuck you, Johnny Sauter. Wait, no, that's not Johnny Sauter. That sucks. I was hoping it was Johnny Sauter. Who's the 41? Oh, that's Bailey Curry. And then, oh, Brett Holmes direct from the lead.
For saving us money. Mara, your parents are exactly like me. I know, right?
Well, cherish your friends and loved ones. Let's boogie woogie.
Are you ready? Because vintage NASCAR is back. Get ready for some bumper banging fun because in 2024, the Food City 500 is back. That's right, back on concrete, back to sheet metal bending chaos, back to racing the way it ought to be. Grab a spring weekend package today and save 15%. It's the Food City 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway, March 17th, 2024. It'll be St. Patrick's Day, so get ready to party. Visit bristolmotorspeedway.com for tickets and details.
Start with a bang. Invite a bunch of friends, then fill the infield like a rock concert. Mix in some superstar power, and turn them loose. A 500-mile all-around fight for NASCAR's biggest prize. That's the Great American Race. The Daytona 500, Sunday at 2:30 Eastern on Fox.
One of our armored personnel carriers, or the Abrams, would go through the safety barrier and the concrete wall with no problem. Make a path 12 feet wide and keep going.
Earlier about you can be on the front row and still be in the middle of the mess, right?
Yes, the front row's been as scary as the middle of the pack, and it just happened as you didn't miss a thing as we went side by side, and our front trucks crashed. You could be a leader, right? Yes.
Well, that was. That only tied the longest green flag run of the night.
Sideways, and finally, around went Brett Holmes. Look at the block that Johnny throws on Corey LaJoie. And then that gets him squeezed out. And then Holmes down on the bottom of Sauter.
Is Bailey Curry going to come up and give him a bump? That 41 truck.
No, I think he just got loose.
Just got loose, and Bailey Curry goes around as well. Bailey's going to get into the inside safety barrier. Brett Holmes keeps his truck out of the safety barrier.
Just got loose up off the corner. We've seen it repeatedly. And maybe that
Brett Holmes spun from the lead.
He was down a little bit lower on Brett than he was used to.
Just pull that rear end of that truck around.
That's the hardest part of this racetrack when you're on the inside of another truck, is getting off turn 4.
42 to go. I think we pit, Adam. I was going to say, what do you think in your strategy-wise? Because we know we're outside the window, or at least in theory, but we've had so many cautions.
Yeah, most everybody does just that. Because if you're counting, it trends. It's trending to be caution filled. Let's get to pit road and get it done.
Amanda?
You'll see Stewart's freezing in his box, and aesthetically, if you look at the front of that truck, they want to make some adjustments there. No concern yet, but just afraid to, fix what might happen later on. 4 tires, there's going to be fuel, and Stewart will be back out. Regan?
45 of Johnny Sauter came to pit road. It was fuel only for him when he got down here. The crew chief, Phil Gould, played it very coy, said, I've got a plan. Didn't announce his plan until right as he entered pit road.
Sauter started on the front row, has led the most laps tonight, 23 out front.
Yeah, they got to work on that. The whole front end's caved in on that tire, and the tire will eventually fail. We saw the right rear was shiny as well. The rub back there, they might ought to go address that as well.
Majeski stalls this truck, trying to get out of his pit box. I like the strategy of stopping now, and we've had trucks go about 40 laps towards the end of the race in the past, but remember, prior to last year where we were rain shortened, the previous 4 races all finished in overtime.
By the way, 8 trucks stayed out. We'll reset the running order when we come back. 7th caution of the night for a 2-truck incident coming off of turn 4.
When my doctor gave me Breztri for my COPD, things changed for me. Breztri gave me better breathing.
So yeah, 32 to 34 laps is the fuel run.
Plays a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than.
So if we go to the end, everybody has to pit.
Pneumonia and osteoporosis.
I mean, everybody has to pit anyway, but
chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling.
We go to the end of the green, everybody has to pit on the green.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
People claim my butt's perfect. Oh yeah? Then why does normal to wipe 37 times auto-populate? Cottonelle Ultra Clean's deep cleaning ripples make it easy to get clean. Because this is crazy when you could just do this.
Pause for the facts. Classic first-timers. They don't know that nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident. But Carfax shows how accidents impact price, so they don't have to overpay. Unpause.
Ooh, what with no accidents?
Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Little Caesar slices and sticks is the world's greatest combination.
Carl?
Sorry, PB&J.
How dare you?
Half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza. Get hot, ready slice and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m. Pizza.
Set the stage for Daytona.
Speed Weeks continues with the NASCAR Xfinity Series tomorrow on the Fest 1. And don't miss the Daytona 500 this Sunday on Fox.
Go beyond the sport with Spectrum News 1. The Toyota Sports Report explores more than just the scores and highlights. With inspirational stories of local athletes, coaches, and teams, both on and off the field, see how sports impact our communities from a more personal perspective. Only on Spectrum News 1. Exclusively on Spectrum.
Toyota Sports Report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers.
When the hands that do the fixing need fixing. When the hands that do the caring need caring. That's a job for O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream and guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keeffe's for healthy feet.
Back for another flat of your sandwich?
And a Shatana box. Let us do the fishing while y'all enjoy seafood that you'll love. Get them before they're gone.
Hey, Phil, why don't you go ahead and break down the strategy of this race? Because while we were away, stayed out, they decided to come down pit road.
Well, I can understand why they came up pit road. I just didn't understand why they didn't pit the lap before that. But now they have one more lap of fuel than the trucks that did, obviously.
Yeah, and also, I mean, is it time, some of them thinking about bailing after watching the first 60 laps of this race right in the back? I haven't seen any evidence of that, but as you can see, a lot of them aren't doubling up. So that could very well be the case.
But the other thought I had is if you come a lap later, you don't come with the entire field, which minimizes your chance of getting banged up when you make that pit stop.
Regan, what do you got on the 9?
Michael, I can tell you the 9 truck of Grant Enfinger was a truck that did not
Alrighty.
want to do what they did. They were trying to stick to a plan.
Gonna go back green with 39 laps to go.
Pit road was open. Now he's in the back. He did not want to ride.
I think they're lined up to ride. What do you think, Phil? Grant's not. You can't make me ride.
Green flag.
Front row. Sanchez, truck outside of him, Johnny Sauter.
Corler Joey did not get a great start. That's the green truck. Dean Thompson right behind him. Now they're catching back up.
It changes in a hurry, doesn't it, Phil? You fall back to the truck behind you, and you just are shot ahead. That crouching in the bright yellow truck up to 3rd.
All these second-year drivers that are up there. You got Sanchez, you got Taylor Gray, Daniel Dye, Corey Heim.
Taylor's been fun to watch. He's getting better and better.
New crew chief calling the shots, Jeff Hensley.
I like that matchup this year.
Absolutely.
And his older brother Tanner, who led a lap tonight, is right back in it in the 15.
With that left front fender on that truck, it's torn up.
I'm still sticking with my win pick. Ty Majeski is running 11th right
He's
now.
got to make something happen in that third lane.
He's up there. See the blue truck, 3 wide. We saw what happened when Corey LaJoie got something going up there. 3 good trucks right there in the line trying to make it work.
Ben Rose trying to gain a little bit of momentum. You see that's the 5, Dean Thompson. There's Corey LaJoie in the 7. A little bit of a bump from Dean Thompson to Corey LaJoie. See if Ben can make any ground up in the corner here. A little bit of a separation between LaJoie and Thompson for a moment.
Getting some help there as you see Christian Eckes, Tyler Ankrum, Jack Wood, all trying to make it work on the outside. Meanwhile, below them, it's bobbling everywhere.
Saw somebody back off the throttle. I saw fire come out the exhaust pipes. Was that Dean Thompson possibly? Fellas, we still have 37 laps to go.
You wouldn't know it, would you?
Sure wouldn't.
You can see the gaps. There are some trucks that have elected to get out of this hornet's nest, and I'm with them.
A nice push by Corey LaJoie into the back.
Rhodes making up ground on the outside lane. Huge rally.
Yeah, the 46 of Johnny Sauter just kind of lost a little bit of momentum, and now he's broken away from the 43 of Ty. Look at that, he's loose.
You're good, you're good.
Yeah, that's debatable.
I don't like it. He was loose when he was 2 wide. About lost it there in the middle of that pack.
Jack Wood, Chase Purdy there.
I gotta say one thing about Daniel Dye. He ain't afraid of nothing. He's kept his foot in it even though that thing's been out of whack.
A little bit of momentum now on that high side. Tyler Ankrum leading that group.
So at 18 laps tonight is Ankrum.
Look what that push from Christian Eckes did to that 99 of Ben Rhodes.
Johnny Sauter squeezes Sanchez.
Steve is half off you. Maintain that. 2 is with him. Maintain that.
Johnny's hung in the middle without a lot of help right now.
Ben Rhodes won this race 2021, went on to win the championship. He's our reigning champ after getting it done again in 2023.
Adam, where did he start?
He started all the way in the back.
And how many times has he been back there since then?
Like 4 or 5.
Yeah, and now he's in the front again. What a race for Ben Rhodes.
And look at the biggest movers in the pylon since that last restart. Chase Purdy is plus 15. Eckes plus 14. And we talk about Ben Rhodes, up 12 spots since we returned to the green flag.
Are we getting our rhythm, Phil?
I think so. I'm glad we're just two wide now, not 3.
And we got the first 6 or 8 that are single file. And that can change in 1 lap. If these guys can just string together 20, 30 laps, then it's going to get...
I just don't know when they're going to pit if it does stay green.
Adam, you're talking about his championship in 21. He went on to be the runner-up in 22 and won last season. You know, they were talking
I doubt they'd
about
want to pit with like
behind the
6
scenes
to go.
last week, and I brought this word up to Ben Rhodes. He said, "Oh, I'm a boy from Kentucky. I don't even know what that word means." He says, "I just want to show up when it's important."
Rhodes tonight has led 3 laps, and he has the field in tow right now. Race fans, we are staying with all the action here at Daytona, commercial-free, with Crank It Up, sponsored by Craftsman.
Jesus.
Grab your phone now and get ready to scan the QR code for the Craftsman deal of the race.
Craftsman's back on track with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, we're giving race fans rockin'
Yeah, I don't know how that was not a wreck.
to power through projects. Because teams and fans alike trust Craftsman to get the job done right.
Is that Rhodes coming to pit road?
Ratchets get it done. If you got a garage, this better be in it. Get into tight spaces fast.
Scan now for the current Deal of the Race.
Yeah, that's Ben Rhodes coming to pit road.
Home and auto repair. Do it fast. Do it proud. Do it with Craftsman.
You've got a whole lot going on here.
Was that an intense crank it up or what?
Ben Rhodes on
Yeah,
pit road.
fuck you, Ben Rhodes.
They are cranking it up down here. They're going to take 2 tires on the left-hand side of the truck. Ben Rhodes, all he did was scream to his team, tire, and made it dip into the pit road.
And that was because of the contact
Ooh,
we saw there crank
Jesus.
it up. Big contact for Ben Rhodes, and it gave him a flat tire. Came to pit road. He's going to lose a lap.
Yeah, Tyler Rankin made hard contact. Gotta believe as Daniel Dyke dips off the racetrack that maybe there was a push gone bad or something like that, and that pushed Ankrum into Ben Rhodes.
How about that save by Chase Purdy? Looked like contact from behind from Christian Eckes, and somehow he hangs on to it, and now he's got Sanchez in his hip pocket.
Watch this big contact with Ben Rhodes sideways, and then bam, Ankrum down into him after a push by Purdy. A push gone wrong. Look at that. I can't believe it's crashed.
I can't either.
We were on board, and it was just like a body slam.
Listen to this. And if it wasn't for Ben Rhodes, Ankrum's crashed, but it bounced him straight.
Christian Eckes now taking over the lead in that outside lane. A little push from Corey LaJoie.
Chase Purdy up to third, battling tight in this race. How about Stephen Parsons into the top 5 for the first time today?
He's just been laying in the weeds.
Yes, he
right?
has. Driving like a true veteran.
Tyler Ankrum, backside of the top 10.
Clear bottom, clear bottom. Tell me what happened into 3 there so I know.
I think Rhodes saved him. Yeah, it did.
I just want to ride on the bottom. It's only lap 71.
Is that Ben Rhodes?
Is that Rhodes again?
Yeah, Ben Rhodes slow.
Oh!
Trouble!
There goes Ben Rhodes.
Caution.
I don't know about that, man.
That was fucking stupid. What a fucking dumbass. How is this dude a 2-time champion?
He was getting lapped, and he was in the middle of all those trucks.
You know, he's probably wanting to catch the draft. I don't know.
Well, that was the
happened,
longest green flag run of the night.
You know, a lot of times you just bail up to the high side and let everybody go under you as he was losing his lap.
And then rely on getting a free pass.
Yes.
This time. Take your penalty and rely on that free pass.
We'll have to get a look at what happened.
It popped in the half lane, 3 and 4. I felt it going. I tried to get up out of the way last second. I don't know what to say about that.
Sounds like he agreed with us.
Yeah.
He should have gotten up out of the way. I don't know
He
why.
was trying to. I think he said it popped, so maybe he cut a tire down.
Well, because of the contact, maybe the tire blew out and he was trying to get out of the way.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you see there, they're beating on the fender.
And it happens so often when you get a flat tire because of a tire rub and you really don't get it pulled out enough or beat out enough and you get another flat.
So Ben, the veteran that he is, was trying to get out of the way and the tire, he says, popped. Yeah, it went.
Yeah, it's gone now, and he's doing all he can do.
Pretty remarkable.
To try to keep that.
That he's hanging on to it right here.
And eventually,
look at it turn sideways, and then he catches Tanner Gray in the 15 truck.
Luckily, no more trucks were involved than were.
Sure could have been.
Now we ride on board with Ben Rhodes.
Corey LaJoie is leading.
Looks like Tony Breidinger had a little bit of contact as well.
She got damaged. We mentioned Tanner Gray. That 15 truck has really gotten beaten up in this race.
but he continues to march on. I don't know when. Look at Corey Hine.
Ty Majeski, both drivers that have had some problems tonight, despite the fact that they've had solid trucks, and they're able to make it through this unscathed.
These caution laps will help those drivers trying to make 40 laps on this run.
That was a fun run. Wasn't a lot of action.
First time tonight we had really developed a rhythm.
Yes, sir. I think that's the end of the day for Ben.
They knew he was here for sure today.
Yeah, and the contact from Ankrum into the side of Ben, you know, it's just tight racing in the draft. Flattened a tire, they pitted and changed tires, and then it blew out again.
Ben Rose started at the back after making some adjustments to his truck post-qualifying. Drove his way to the front, led 5 laps.
Lucky bitch.
25 remaining at Daytona. Under our 8th caution, our reigning champ cut a tire and lost control.
If advanced lung cancer has you searching for possibilities, discover a different first treatment. Immunotherapies work with your immune system to attack cancer, but Opdivo plus Yervoy is the first combination of 2 immunotherapies for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that has spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Opdivo plus Yervoy is not chemotherapy. It works differently. It helps your immune system fight cancer in 2 different ways. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing or fever. These are not all the possible side effects. Problems can occur together and more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, or receive chest radiation. Your search for 2 immunotherapies starts here. Ask your doctor about Opdivo plus Yervoy, a chance to live longer.
Chester.
What does fearless look like? Like sliding through a glimmer of daylight? Like trading paint with a champion? Like starting in the back of the pack and stopping at nothing till everyone is choking on your dust? What does fearless look like? Find out for yourself. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
There was a kidnapping today. 28 people. The city bus just disappeared. There's kids on the bus. Don't make me shoot you.
Cutting corners, going rogue. It's a problem.
Put out the alert.
We're running out of time.
Please just find my kid. We will get them back. Every single one of them.
You have fun yet?
It changed everything.
Alert returns with an all-new season Tuesday, March 5th on Fox. Is this the start of a dynasty? A redemption tour? A breakthrough? Or is this the makings of the wildest ride you'll ever witness? Any questions?
Back at Daytona, aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, powering every lap, every mile, and every victory on the road ahead. Goodyear, more driven. Getting down to it. It's been a long night. Had a weather delay and a whole lot more going on. Let's hear from the champ, Amanda.
One of the things you never want to see is the crew chief of the champ pushing the truck back to the garage. And Rich, you look over what happened in this race, you guys being able to make it up to the front. Describe the disgust that you may have feeling right now.
It's definitely disappointment. I feel like we had a great F-150 ranch fuel truck, and we showed how fast it was by going from dead last to the front. And I thought we had a chance to win this thing. And people can't hold their line on the outside lane and drove in the right side of us and then cut down the right front tire. And I guess the rest is history.
What are you going to say to Ben?
I'm going to tell him he did a great job, like always. And just we're going to get him at Atlanta.
Ben Rhodes, the defending champ, had one DNF a season ago, and he won't finish here tonight, obviously.
Corey LaJoie's been one of the strongest trucks all night long. He's fought his way to the front a couple of times, and here he finds himself on the inside, leading the race.
All right, here we go.
To the green here.
23 laps to go. LaJoie inside of Sanchez.
Green flag. 23 to go.
He ended the 2023 season so strong, and here he is fighting for a chance to win a Daytona.
The Chevrolet's lined up on the inside.
A couple of Chevys getting it done on the outside. Christian Eckes, huge push on Nick Sanchez. Taylor Gray comes through and dives to the inside lane.
The inside line looked organized, but they didn't have any momentum when they got down to turn one.
I think you can give that big push to Christian Eckes, getting a hold to the back of that 2 truck, Nick Sanchez, and catapulting him to the lead. But they're going to catch up to him. You can only get so far ahead, and the draft takes over. And look at Corey LaJoie. He wants to go to the outside. He's going to pick up a push from Chase Purdy, who squeezes in front of Tyler Ankrum.
His teammate said, "I'll go with you, bud."
Now Sanchez is going to move up in front of Eckes.
Man, when you start switching lanes like Sanchez is, that's a risky game. It's all about timing. You pull down 1 second, a half a second too late, and you'll find yourself spun out.
And we see that all the time in the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series, but these trucks, the closing rate on these trucks is way different than those cars.
Look at Stephen Parson in the ballpark truck. He's right there with Taylor Gray. Jack Wood behind him. Corey LaJoie up top.
Trying to get Eckes a push.
Oh, there goes Eckes!
Into Parsons.
Oh,
Johnny
man.
Sauter gets a piece. And other drivers scattering.
Jesus.
The accident.
They're just wrecking everywhere. This night's been a shit show. This night's been a shit show.
Eckes, Sauter, Parsons, right there battling for the lead.
Yeah, I don't think the ARCA race will be able to start at 10:30.
Eckes has flat tires. Dean Thompson already on pit road. Johnny Sauter's hood askew.
I don't know who's going to win this thing, but we continue to eliminate some really, really good contenders.
I have to pee.
Yes, it's really tough to watch. Is this a push gone awry, or did Christian just get loose? Looked like maybe Taylor Gray came up a bit, huh, Phil?
Yeah, I think so.
And maybe that caused Christian to turn to the right a bit, and then it went around. Let's see what Danny Dye sees. He's going to see a lot.
Really nice job by Danny Dye.
Right place at the right time, but didn't panic. Rolled out of the gas and just kept his truck pointed straight.
Boy, Stephen was absolutely in the wrong place at the wrong time. A lot of damage to that ballpark Chevrolet.
How many drivers have said that over the years racing at Daytona? Wrong place, wrong time.
Does a heck of a job hanging on to it after that contact. He's on pit road along with Christian Eckes, Dean Thompson.
Right front corner of that truck is gone.
Corey LaJoie in the middle of all that.
I don't think I was on him. I just think that he was in a bad aero spot. And at the front of the 77, it's just like like a wedge.
Yeah, I don't think he was on him either. I believe it was just that truck moved up and Christian had to move to the right a bit and then around it went.
Sanchez tonight has led 6, going to be 7 laps when he comes around this time. He leads all winless drivers in trucks in laps led over 300 and counting, and he's not been able to find his way to victory lane. Sauter's led the most laps tonight. Ben Rhodes spent 5 circuits out front. He's with Amanda.
Adam, before he headed into the care center, he said this is the worst possible thing that could happen. And when you look at the valiant effort from yourself and your team tonight, would you say this one was taken from you?
I wouldn't go that far. Nothing's given at Daytona. Just feel
Who wins the Xfinity race tomorrow?
That late, move that I made.
Well, that's if the Xfinity race happens,
the
but
go down at that point. I was
I'm not
too fast
sure.
to get to the apron, so I thought I could
Really
go to
not
the top
sure.
and get up by the wall and not.
I hope Sheldon.
Include anybody in the wreck.
That'd be
feel
nice.
bad for those that got involved, but it all stems from us leading and the outside cars door slamming.
Austin
us, right?
Hills
So,
has a good
I don't know
shot.
what happened from that, but that's what led to this series of unfortunate events. Just hate it for everybody at Ranch Fuel, Ford, Northsport Racing. We had a really good showing today, and would love to get them in victory lane, kick our first season with a good, a good high note, right? I think points are more important than people realize, but yeah.
I'll
most
decide
embarrassing
that
pulling up, trying to
before the
salvage it,
Xfinity
not
race.
Involve anybody, and then ends up, getting a lot of people involved. So hate that for everybody. Sorry.
Your crew chief, Rich Lucas, said great job tonight. Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, there was, fortunately, great driving by the whole field. When he didn't get to the top, they split him, and only a couple of trucks got a bump in that thing, and so it could have been a lot worse if it weren't for some heads-up driving.
Regan?
Adam, you were mentioning a few moments ago, Nick Sanchez in the laps that he's leading right now. Keep in mind, earlier in the race, caught up in the very first incident, and got to give credit to his crew chief.
Who's your least favorite drivers on all 3 series? Cup Series, it's Truex and Syndic. I hate both of them.
So they could get him back into the action with
Xfinity, it's Allgaier.
And it is showing right now. He's got good speed. Nick told me earlier today,
I think it might just be Allgaier now. Who else is in Xfinity that I
He does
hate?
not care about the early parts of the races.
I think it's just
He wants to be better
Allgaier.
at the end. He's got an
And then in
opportunity
trucks,
to
it's
show that right now
Rhodes.
with where he's running in the league.
I feel like regardless who wins tonight, we're going to say it was a great comeback, because almost every driver has faced some form of adversity. 19 to go. Sanchez, Taylor Gray, LaJoy, Purdy, and Wood, the top 5 under caution.
Next season on Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
What's happening, Sheriff?
It's a transfer portal. It's out of control.
Yeah.
We're losing our defense.
Truck Series is a shit show.
No! Not our starting quarterback! We need him! You can't leave! Our offense revolves around you! Give me your other hand! That's what Dr. Pepper is! It's okay, I understand!
You can't let go of your Dr. Pepper.
Absolutely not.
Quarterback's replaceable.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
I was standing, you were there, 2 worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart.
The XFL and the United States Football League have announced plans to merge.
A move that ensures spring football is here to stay.
This is an iconic moment. An excitement for fans all across the country. Let's ball out, baby!
This will bring together 2 of the best spring leagues we've ever seen.
It's a win for football and for fans.
The United Football League has arrived.
There's no doubt spring just got stronger.
The extra twinkle, that extra swagger. Feeling healthy by leaps and bounds. making a dinner that makes their whole day, and giving your best friend the best nutrients for their best life. Science did that.
The advantage of coming to
If this race goes green, I'll swallow ash.
is that we know what we're doing. We have one of the highest
If it goes
rates of
green till the
invasive surgery in
end,
the
I'll
country. So
swallow
patients
ash.
want the highest possibility of having a minimally invasive surgery upstate.
That's how sure I am.
Our goal is to bring people in to solve their cancer problem and get them back to doing all those things they loved to do before they had an operation. There's very few reasons that patients need to travel outside of central New York to get the best cancer operation that they can get.
Going to be 16 laps to go when we return to the green flag here at Daytona. Craftsman Truck Series opening up 2024. We've cleaned up our 9th caution of the night. I look at our top 10. Some great stories up there because there are so many drivers that have never experienced victory lane, and here they are, very much alive late in the going at Daytona.
You see Jack Wood right there up on the top 5. Jack's never had a top 5 before. Brett Holmes in 6th, having great runs.
What about Holmes? He was sliding off the
Yeah, I think there's no chance that there'll be no more
Out of the
cautions.
wall. Matt Crafton, that early wreck, he was
That's why I'm so sure that if this race goes green, I will swallow ash.
Majeski's truck was really fast early. Haven't heard from him lately, but he's surfaced up toward the front again.
A couple of penalties, miscues on pit road that have hurt their track position, but man, always right there.
I just, you know, of all the veterans out there, Matt Crafton, looking at all this craziness going on, but yet he just keeps his nose stuck right up in it. That's a guy that's got a lot of fight in him right there.
Remember, it wasn't that many years ago that Matt Crafton came off of turn 2 on the last lap with a lead and was upside down by the time he got to the middle of the backstretch.
That's a lasting image when it comes to the trucks at Daytona.
Green flag, 16 to go.
Side by side for the restart.
That 77 truck that's behind LaJoie has been a strong pusher tonight, and you can see the front 2 rows are toe-to-toe.
Those are Spire teammates. Spire made the purchase of KBM, Kyle Busch Motorsports, and they've got trucks in the hunt to win it. Sanchez driving for Rev Racing. They're a partner at Spire, and he is out front, getting a push from Taylor Gray.
That's the second restart in a row that Corey LaJoie has not been able to keep pace initially.
Tom Majeski pulls up in front of him, trying to take advantage of that run that he felt like Corey LaJoie was going to make.
Back through the tri-oval. Under green, it's our Craftsman, 15 to go. Brett Holmes hanging tough.
He just has to go to the top side.
Green and white car, or green and white truck rather, moving to the outside.
Ruth is in 4th.
Majeski gets pushed to the outside now. He's by himself in the 3rd lane in that black truck.
This lead pack Phil's getting ready to catch the lapper of Matt Mills, who's reduced speed. He pulls off the racetrack. That's a smart move. Trying to go 3 wide this late in the race with a slow truck could have been disastrous. Whoa, Mills, up high, very, very loose was Holmes. This is so aggressive.
Got trouble again.
Oh, trouble.
Ridinger in the 1. The 5 is Dean Thompson. Teammates at Tricon.
Well, at least I don't have to swallow ash.
Caution of the night.
Just kisses the inside safety barrier. See, right front tire is flat on the one of Tony Breidinger.
She's done a great job tonight.
She sure has. She's kept her nose clean. She was involved in a couple scrapes, but not of her doing, certainly.
She's going to race on as well. I think she's going to be able to make repairs to that truck, as is the green machine of Dean Thompson.
Mason Matthews. We'll see what happened. What happened to Mason Matthews? Massey, it looks like, and he slows on the racetrack. And Tony in the 5 are running nose to tail in the 5. I think gets in the back of Tony, pushes her in to Mason Massey.
What a great job by Stuart Friesen. He had to just patiently sit there and watch those trucks spin and was able to slip through there.
Closing on 10 laps remaining. Under caution one more time for the trucks at Daytona.
Magic Corey wins, that'd be awesome.
When bucket lists need checking, points need redeeming,
I'd love to see Raja
work
win.
trips need crushing, or anniversaries need celebrating. No matter who you are, where you're going, or why. With 24 trusted brands by Wyndham to choose from, your Wyndham is waiting. Get the lowest price at wyndhamhotels.com.
Tyson boneless buffalo bites and hot wings have that tasty kick of flavor, so they're perfect for any get-together. If there are any left when your guests arrive. Tyson Anytizers Chicken. More kicks of flavor, more smiling snackers, more to love. Tyson.
Sometimes Jonah wrestles with falling asleep, so he takes ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, and wakes up feeling like himself. Get the rest to be your best with non-habit forming ZzzQuil. Better days start with ZzzQuil nights.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
Mr. Chester.
You always got your mind on the green. Not you. You. Your business bank account with QuickBooks Money now earns 5% APY. That's how you business differently. Intuit QuickBooks.
If you think you have Dupuytren's contracture, there's a simple test you can take. From anywhere, try to lay your hand flat against the surface. If you can't, you may have Dupuytren's contracture. Talk to a hand specialist about your options, including non-surgical treatments.
Confident about which used car to buy?
Nope.
Why not ask the most confident person you know?
My old high school coach.
Just say, show me the Carfax value. You'll get the most accurate price based on the vehicle's accident history. Shop at the all-new Carfax.com.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Oh yeah, another driver I hate in Xfinity is Riley Herbst. I hate Riley Herbst.
West, it's Jalen House and Jaden Ledee, New Mexico at San Diego State in a big-time Mountain West showdown coming up right after the truck race on FS1.
Looking forward to college basketball that comes your way next out in the Mountain West, New Mexico, San Diego State. And on FS2, roughly 10:30 Eastern time, will be ARCA racing coverage. They've moved that race from tomorrow to tonight to make sure they can get it in and beat the rain. You can watch it on FS2.
They're going to have to push back the
basketball
start
wraps up
of
here
the
on
ARCA
FS1,
race a little bit.
You can watch the conclusion of the ARCA season opener on FS1, and you can watch it all on the Fox Sports app.
I love the Fox Sports app. Catch up with a lot of news and sports there. What do you say we finish this thing without another caution? What do you think, Phil?
I don't feel great about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see it, but
I'm in.
I'm not optimistic, I should say. What a job Nick Sanchez has been able to do tonight. Got involved. You see the damage to the left rear quarter panel of that Game Bridge Chevrolet. Let's see if we can, Michael, see if you can grab him on the radio.
Nick Sanchez, it's Waltrip and the team on the Fox Sports side. How you doing?
Doing good.
What a crazy race it's been, but you find yourself in control here late. How's the truck driving, and can you hang on?
Yeah, I mean, the truck's driving good. I think it's better out front, and yeah, I think we can hopefully hang on. There's been a lot of chaos. We've been included in it, so hopefully we just stay out of it.
Yeah, it's been a crazy race, so hang in there. Just wanted to check in. Thanks for talking with us.
Appreciate it.
That's fun for me. I mean, they're in the heat of the battle, but they always know. Yeah, just like I'm his spotter. I said it a moment ago. All these drivers in the top 10 that have never won. You got Sanchez, who told his story. Taylor Gray, the youngest driver in the field, couldn't compete in this race a year ago because he hadn't turned 18, and here he is, second year running for the championship and second on track. He's had an impressive ride tonight. Jack Wood doing a nice job in third.
Jack Wood is doing a great job. Limited schedule here for BMR Racing. That truck doesn't look like it has a mark. Maybe a little bit of a mark on the left front, by the left front headlight, but Jack doing a super job here.
We were giving love earlier to Spire. At that time, Rajah Caruth was not in the top 10. Here he is, the best of the Spire team right now. Fourth, Michael.
It's been a great run for Rajah. We know he's got the talent behind the wheel to get to victory lane, and it's really cool to see him pace himself and get to this position. Look at his progression. Steadily toward the front. Very great spirit, too. I mean, just loves what he gets to do.
And a smart race by that young man.
Yes, sir.
He's a college student, taking classes. He told me in the garage yesterday, I had to miss a Zoom for one of my classes, so he'll have some homework when he's done tonight or sometime over the weekend. You go back there in fifth, Tyler Ankrum.
He's been one of the strongest trucks all night long. Led the race, had a very loose truck, was able to hang on to it, and he finds himself in a position to win here at Daytona.
Yeah, second stage winner, Tyler Ankrum.
And what about Corey LaJoie? Corey LaJoie is still my favorite. I said before the race he's going to win it, and he's certainly in a position to do so.
I just wonder what's wrong with Corey's truck on these restarts. He's been on the front of one line or there, the outside line, I think, and he just loses ground so much through 1 and 2.
What about that new team in 7? Spencer Boyd up inside the top 10 with his
All right,
new
they're coming to the choose.
Speedway winner at Talladega.
Look at all the trucks taking the bottom. Corey LaJoie says, I'll take advantage of that. Going to restart on the outside of the front row, outside second row.
24 trucks on the lead lap. We'll have 9 laps remaining when we go green.
Update on Stephen Parsons. We saw him in that wreck. They got that truck repaired. He's still on the lead lap in the 20th position. Cody Robaugh just ahead of him in the 97. He's in 19th, and we saw Bailey Curry into the inside wall. He's got his truck fixed up. He's in 18th. So they're damaged, but they're not done.
Stephen was doing a great job running up in the top 5.
Look at that truck just snap out from underneath Brett Holmes.
There's Bailey Curry. You mentioned him getting into the inside wall.
Watch how hard he hits.
Hits it pretty hard, but they've made repairs. And there's Ben Rhodes getting hit by Tyler Ankrum, and then he comes back on the racetrack, cuts another tire down, and causes this little melee, which he apologized profusely for. And there's the one I was talking about, Stephen running in the top 5. Christian Eckes gets turned into him.
That was a big one.
Johnny Sauter also involved, one of the strongest trucks we've had all night.
Some heads-up driving there from a couple of truckers that...
Dean Thompson, Cody Breitinger.
Look at Doza. He's able to squeeze through there, calmly gets on the brakes and makes it through that wreck.
I mentioned 24 trucks on the lead lap. The last of those, Christian Eckes, who just picked up the free pass under this, our 10th caution of the evening.
All right, here we go. Gonna go back green.
2 second-year
9 laps to go.
Restart, 9 laps remaining.
An early push by the 7 of Corey LaJoie on Rajah. Corey might not be able to lead these restarts, but he can darn sure push them.
Rajah Caruth jumps out front, drafting help from his teammate. That would be Corey LaJoie.
Are they too far out there, Michael?
Look at this run.
Look at this run they're going to have.
Big push. Gray on Sanchez.
Damn.
The 2 is on point again. Jack Wood is there. So is Tyler Ankrum.
They got too far out, didn't they?
Yeah, but it ain't over. I mean, this is such intense racing. These restarts are hectic, and then you hope that they can just settle in, but it's not going to happen. We're inside of 10 to go, and there's a trophy in Daytona on line.
Chase Purdy trying to push Ankrum in that second lane.
Grant Holmes hanging around. Don't write off Daniel Dye. Grant Infinger is hanging
Taylor
in that
Gray's
outside
in
lane as
second.
well.
Jack Woods in third.
Corey
Raja.
Heim, he's fought
All
his
these
way
guys
up to
looking
the
for their
top
first
5,
win.
just outside of the top 5 and 6, and he's got 4 fresh tires. And the way these guys are racing,
That's
that could be an
Tyler Rankin.
advantage.
71 and 7 rebounding together. Carew, the push from LaJoy. Sanchez pulls up to cover him.
That's a bold move when you slide up the racetrack like that, knowing there's a push coming.
Grant Infinger jumps to the outside to make it 3 wide. Nobody's going with him.
7 to go. Inside lane has it gathered up. Taylor Gray.
Oh! Raja turned Nick Sanchez sideways. What a save.
See what he can do now. Give him a push on the back.
Oh, there they
Out
go.
of shape.
There they go.
Caution is out.
Caution.
Contact with Purdy. Eckes gets a piece as well.
We've seen how loose that truck's been.
Man, they
all
just
night
keep
long.
on wrecking.
We said we didn't think that we would go to the end without another caution.
Chase Purdy did big damage there on the 77 Bama Buggies truck.
Oh, he's on fire.
Caution
Gotta
of the
get
night
out.
Matches the track record.
Oh, no, it's out now.
I can't believe Sanchez saved that truck.
It was turned sideways getting in the corner.
At 190 miles an hour.
There's Timmy Hill in the 56 truck coming to pit road. Chase will take the mandatory trip to the infield care center.
There's the 18 truck. We know how loose it's been, like I said, and he finally had it get away from him. Watch this save. This is
That's
incredible.
2 pay up. What?
Raja right on the back with a push, entering the corner.
Woo! And that's worse than it even looked.
Been there, done that.
Watch the 70. Watch the orange and blue truck. That's the 18 of Ankrum. You've got the 77 of Purdy right behind him. He's going to pull up and push him. And it just turned him to the inside. Then he tried to save it.
They pushed him sideways.
Everybody else here just nowhere to go. Christian Eck is getting involved as well.
This is ugly.
Going to get another look at it here. It's amazing. No more trucks were involved than there were, guys.
I was going to say, it's Ankrum that gets shoved out of line and collects some others, but they're all just dancing around. They seem so unstable in the draft.
As always, Daniel Dye gives us great pictures of everything. I think the trend from last year is continuing. Everything happens right in front of Daniel Dye.
Yeah, but this year it's happening up at the front. Last year he's running mid-pack.
Which is better, I think.
Better, I think, but I'm not sure.
He's had a good night. Picked up 7 stage points and has survived so many of these crashes. Ty Majeski was nearly collected in that. Got maybe a little front end damage, but he was able to drive through.
He's doing all he can do to control that truck, and it just gets away from him. And he turns down into Chase. Timmy Hill does a nice job avoiding that, just going through the grass.
Well, I hope we don't technically go to overtime
Christian
here. I
makes
hope we
contact
can.
with Ankrum.
This attempt could end in regulation, but
Off-roading.
I think we'll
Timmy
still
Hill's
go to
doing through
overtime.
the infield grass, jumping up in the air.
We saw Grant Enfinger do that earlier. He's in the top 10 right now.
Still showing more than 20 trucks on the lead lap.
I can't believe there's more than 20 trucks on the lap.
I agree. I was going to say we're going to run out of trucks, but the reality is we still have a bunch hanging.
Still in the cleanup mode. the laps are winding down here. We get to the start-finish line, there will be 4 to go in the scheduled distance.
We're knocking on the door of overtime tonight.
Yeah, I hope we can go back green to where it would end in regulation, but it's still probably going to go to overtime anyway. So
we left. Our pick crew left.
We've loaded up. With Sanchez out front, will step aside. Could it be career victory number 1 for the driver out of Miami?
Set the stage for Daytona.
Speed Weeks continues with the NASCAR Xfinity Series tomorrow on FS1. And don't miss the Daytona 500 this Sunday on Fox.
Saturday night is a rivalry renewed on Fox Primetime Hits. Get out of here! Tyson Walker leads the Spartans as they fight for a season sweep over their bitter rival, while Coach Howard's Wolverines have their sights set on payback. Bam! Michigan State, Michigan. Saturday at 8 Eastern.
The biggest games are on Fox Primetime Hoops.
The XFL and the United States Football League have announced plans to merge.
A move that ensures spring football is here to stay.
This is an iconic moment.
An excitement for fans all across the country.
Let's ball out, baby!
This will bring together 2 of the best spring leagues we've ever seen.
It's a win for football and for fans.
The United Football League has arrived.
There's no doubt spring just got stronger.
Who are you?
I'm no one.
Stop! Lying!
I'm just the cleaning lady.
The Cleaning Lady premieres Tuesday, March 5th on Fox.
Creighton. Then Marquette takes on top-ranked UConn.
What a game!
It's a huge doubleheader Saturday on Fox.
Got my friends joining me, taking over the biggest car events in the country. Let's go! It's Big Drive, baby!
There was a kidnapping today. 28 people. The city bus just disappeared. There's kids on the bus. Don't make me shoot you. Cutting corners, going low. It's a problem.
Put out the alert.
We're running out of time.
Let's just find my kid. You will get them back. Every single one of them.
You have fun yet?
It changed everything.
Alert returns with an all-new season Tuesday, March 5th on Fox.
Start with a bang.
Invite a bunch of friends, then fill the infield like a rock concert. Mix in some superstar power and turn them loose. Speed, a 500-mile all-out fight for NASCAR's biggest prize. That's the Great American Race. The Daytona 500, Sunday at 2:30 Eastern on Fox.
Welcome to Fox Nation, a place where we look to the future and toast to our past. This is Fox Nation, where all of America's stories are told. Sign up and start streaming today.
We tied the record for cautions for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series here at Daytona, so we have pushed back the start of the ARCA event. We originally thought we'd go green around 10:30. That's not going to happen. Whenever we do get it going, it'll be live on FS2, and after basketball, which follows us on FS1, you can come back to FS1 and watch the conclusion of the ARCA season opener.
That was a shot of our front row. Willie Mullins, the 3 car, got the pole. And the 27 will be to his outside.
Just hit 4 to go for the trucks. Telling some of the stories of our top 10 earlier. Tanner Gray, I feel like he's been in the middle of 7 or 8 of our 11 cautions.
What about
he's in the
Holmes?
top 10. Holmes, I mean, he spun out when he was leading this thing. He's 9th right now. Ty Majeski started on the pole, and he's had a host of issues still in the top 10.
So this is going to overtime.
Raja, Waltrip and the team on Fox. Do you copy? Man, thought I was on a roll. Maybe he's on channel 2. I'm going to check that. Raja, it's Waltrip and the Fox team. Do you copy? doesn't copy. Raj's done a heck of a job. I just wanted to ask him what it felt like to be in this position to go chase this victory right there on the heels of Sanchez. Does he pick high? Does he pick low? Amanda, what's Raja saying?
I can tell you he was talking with his crew
So
chief
now,
about that last restart.
we have
You'll
hit
remember
3
him and
hours
Joy kind of pulled off from the pack. He was walking him
on
through
the
what to
stream.
do on this one. He immediately asked on the radio how his new teammate Chase Purdy was doing. But when I saw him earlier in the garage today, he was in a long conversation with Grant Ingfinger. I walked over and I said, "Hey, what's going on here, guys?" And Raja said, "We're forever teammates."
Here we go. 1 to go. This could decide it all.
Raja's going to jump to the outside and go side by side with Sanchez.
He's going to look in his mirror, see who's coming to push. I'm hoping it's Corey LaJoie if I'm Raja.
Looks like that's what it's going to be.
He had a heck of a push on the last restart. He's going to...
Overtime rules. You're going to get an extra lap tonight of action, at least one. 2-lap shootout. If the leader comes back around and takes the white flag, the next flag ends the race, whether it's the caution or the checkers. But if the caution comes out prior to that white flag, we'll reset and do it again. Here's Sanchez radio.
Alrighty.
With a good finish if we can't win. Yeah, I mean, aggressively safe is what I like to say. You know, it's not aggressively stupid.
I'm sitting in that truck looking out the front windshield leading this race. I'm going to do whatever it takes.
I'm good with not being stupid, but this is Daytona.
Aggressively safe. That's a phrase I've never heard.
Well, it's one that's not going to work either. We're just going to go for it.
You never know when you'll get an opportunity to win Daytona again.
That's right. Look at some of the names up front. Sanchez, Carruth, Taylor Gray, Wood, and there's Corey LaJoie.
All right.
Still in it, still fighting for the victory.
And Matt Crafton.
Going back green. Overtime. 2 to go.
He's going back again.
Let's do this, boys.
Can we get 2 laps in?
I hope.
Just need one, really, to make it official before we get the caution. Overtime at Daytona. Sanchez
Green flag
on the front row.
Come on, Raja.
Sanchez, but Carruth and LaJoie are coming hard on the outside.
Yeah, here comes Raja.
Remember Corey Heim, fresher tires. Can he use those to push harder?
He's been quiet all night long, but here he is, set up to maybe steal it late.
Remember the rule about pushing? They said they were going to enforce that.
LaJoie all over his teammate out front. Raja Carruth to the point. Outside comes Taylor Gray pushing Nick Sanchez.
Here they come.
To swing to the outside. LaJoie's coming
to the white flag.
Remember, once we get the white flag, the next flag will end the race. And the white flag
1 lap to go.
Nick Sanchez, your leader. Jack Wood is up to second.
Taylor Gray right there fighting for a win, too.
Corey Heim in the mix.
Oh, shit.
Simon Jeske is there.
Raja sideways.
Looks like Nick Sanchez is going to get it.
Sanchez will try to work both.
Oh, there they go.
And there's a crash.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Now the race is over.
Oh, man.
Trucks up in the air.
Holy shit.
Nick Sanchez
Holy
leading.
fuck.
The caution flag came out.
Holy fucking shit. Caution is out. The race is over. Nick Sanchez wins.
To the checkers.
Holy
Nick Sanchez
fuck.
wins 5. Taken to a race at Homestead, Miami by his uncle. He fell in love with NASCAR.
Nick Sanchez wins at Daytona, but a crazy fucking crash.
At Daytona International Speedway.
Holy shit.
Raja's going to end up second.
Raja did a great job there. Just come up a little bit short. There's Corey LaJoie caught up in this wreck.
saw a truck upside down. It looked like an orange truck. Certainly don't want to speculate and be wrong. Daniel Dye, who did such a nice job, also caught up in this last lap incident. See Daniel taking his helmet off. That's a good sign. Christian Eckes.
What a night for Christian Eckes.
Holy fuck.
It's fitting. This race is
so many people crashed
tonight. A new track record.
I believe that was Taylor Gray that was over.
Yeah, I think
it was.
For sure, but that's him standing beside the truck.
Yeah, it was the best case scenario of flipping because he's went up in the air and landed on other trucks and softly sat down. If you got to flip, I mean, that's how you'd like it to go down.
A scary scene, but we're seeing a lot of drivers walking around outside their trucks, and we're thankful for that.
The reason we're not showing you the pylon with the running order is because NASCAR will have to go back and determine where people were running at the time of the caution, and they had to maintain speed too.
I don't think I'm going to do ARCA
and then cross that timing line. Let's see what happens here. Raja gets into Jack Wood, turns him around. Watch the 17.
Damn, Taylor Gray.
Daniel Dye turns him.
Just fucking turns him over.
Bailey Curry in the middle of that mess. Matt Crafton.
I'm tired.
Sliding along. He keeps his truck pointed in the right direction. Look at Matt storm out of there.
I wasn't really planning on watching ARCA anyway.
Let's ride with Daniel Dye.
Our Fox In Race reporter
and cameraman.
Unbelievable impact.
Daniel had no idea there was going to be a truck right in front of him when he went down that straightaway.
Or on top of him.
Exactly.
We've been given the top three by NASCAR. Nick Sanchez, Corey Heim, Raja Caruth.
Nick Sanchez after his first career win.
First win Daytona. How do we wait to do it? How does it get any better than that? We saw last year how talented this young racer was and how a win was just right around the corner.
He was a mile and a half away from winning Texas last year. Got turned around on the last lap.
To Regan Smith.
Well, Nick Sanchez grabs the checkered flag. Nick, you have been so close so many times in the Truck Series last year. You come to Daytona, you get your first career win. How does it feel?
Pretty surreal, especially with how the race started. I'm covered in dirt from it. But just a big thanks to my team, you know, sticking with me all last year. We were winless. It hurt. We should have won. But we redeemed ourselves in the first race possible. So big thanks to Rev Racing Inspire, Max Eagle, Gainbridge Dan Powers, everyone that helps us, and it's definitely going to be a good year.
Nick Sanchez, your Craftsman Truck Series winner in Daytona.
You know what? The news just keeps getting better and better. Winner at Daytona. When he gets to victory lane, he's going to be like, playoffs as well. That's a bonus. But when you win at Daytona, it's all about the trophy that you receive here.
Amanda?
Well, Corey, they say that Daytona is a lot of being at the right place when it matters. You had a relatively quiet night, made it up to the front. How did you make that happen?
I guess just not wrecking for the most part. First of all, I hope everyone's okay. That was crazy to see in my mirror. Look bad. But second of all, what a SHIT show. I mean, that was crazy. Like, I mean, I've never avoided so many wrecks in my life. I can't believe we have a clean truck. But I'm not going to complain about it. It's truck racing. It happens. But super proud of Truck on Garage and Toyota Racing. Got a little bit of work to do for
crazy
fucking
speed of
crash.
this thing,
but, I thought the best strategy for me was to lay low and hopefully be there at the end, and we were. And looks like we came up one short.
Great. We're going to have rain both days.
Most amazing. But like you said, that's about as soft as you can turn one over.
That's exactly right. And it didn't just keep tumbling either, like we've seen happen so many times. I don't know if Roger just lost the front end of his
5:30 a.m.
number
there,
71
damn.
Chevy, or
you're
what
committed.
went
You
down
just
there.
love racing that
But
much.
he definitely went up the track and made contact.
Look at that mess. Phil, did you see Stefan sliding through there?
He
anywhere?
did get through there, yes.
That was fucking crazy.
Watch this, just out of nowhere. Smoke. Truck.
Boom.
Now,
Watch it hit the roof. Man. That's on the list of things you don't want to see out your windshield.
There goes those
There's the hot
ballpark,
dog going by.
ballpark Frank squeezing through.
Look at this shit.
Raja, there was many ways that I was going to go in this conversation with
Damn.
you, but I saw you hand the phone back there just on, and the name said Rick Hendrick. What did that conversation go?
Yeah, it's all because of him, being in this spot. So I'm really thankful for Mr. H and the Hendrick Automotive Group, along with Spire Motorsports and Chevy, because the only reason I got a ride this year, I feel pretty bad about the backstretch there. Corey was doing a great job pushing, and you hate to see trucks get torn up like that, but. Sucks to be that close, but definitely happy for Nick. He's been deserving for a long time and great for the company.
Thank you, Raja.
Former teammates in the ARCA Menard series at Rev Racing.
Well, we can take a deep breath now.
Well, alrighty, bitches. That's where we're going to end this right here.
Sanchez gets to go.
If the Xfinity race does start on time tomorrow, I'll be live at 4:45. I think it starts at 5, yeah. So I'll be live at 4:45. There's Bubba there.
A year ago, did Sanchez finally pull?
But if it doesn't, I'll just be live whatever the start time is. Probably won't even happen tomorrow, to be honest.
Having a conversation
But
with Raja.
yeah. Alrighty, hoes. The Daytona 500 will be on Sunday. Probably not, though,
It was
also.
scheduled for
But, yeah.
tomorrow has been pulled back to tonight to avoid any issues that we will have weather-wise interrupting our progress with that tomorrow. So when we wrap things up here, later on this evening, the coverage will start on FS2. And then when basketball is done, it's coming up next on FS1, New Mexico, San Diego State. You can come back to FS1 for the conclusion of our ARCA season opener, and you can watch all of that on the Fox Sports app.
Kevin Bono Manning is a crew chief.
I'm not going to be
Sanchez, and
staying.
This is not going to be his first trip to Victory Lane here at Daytona.
I'm not going to be staying for the ARCA race. I'm going to be heading to bed.
When you won the
But yeah,
Daytona 500.
It's when
I'm
we
going to
got
end this
that
shit right
famous
here. I
call
want to thank
from
y'all for
your brother,
watching.
Dale Waltrip.
And